Cards are up.
Musty. Dark. Shouldn't be a problem for us, though.
The same as most of the other caves. I do not know why this one is supposed to be so important.
There's life somewhat here along the ground. Mycelium of sorts.
Is that not to be expected?
However, what is strange about it is it's already dead. Despite being mycelium, I know, but it's as if it's almost powdered entirely. But still alive.
As you both begin moving forward, you hear the sound of snarling, scratching, bestial.
Yeah, man.
Clough. Pull the line ahead. I need to collect a sample. Go on.
At once.
Pardon me, sir.
Silver's with me.
I suppose we shall see the competence of your aspirant.
It's one of the more finer ones. Specializing in, well, more so one-on-one engagements.
A duelist, then?
Something chittering in the dark.
Duelist, but with a twist. As you know, he's not allowed to have a vestige, not the pistols that we carry on us. Not yet, but he makes do with his own finer inventions. He built it himself. From scratch. It's quite something.
Did you hear that?
Skittering, yes?
No. Almost like a whisper on the wind. A voice.
Well, you know I do not indulge in that. I know I'm not one of Sertal's more favored children, as are you. But
There is a difference between the power of faith, Victor, and the evils we must dabble in to understand the enemy.
this I know all too well.
Beasts ahead.
Items I carry on my person, very much so.
With me.
A curse is a curse. These magics are unnatural, but to understand them and destroy them, they must be to a degree used.
Now that you mention it, I had a whisper. I don't hear whispering. There's creatures, almost as if they're crying, almost as if they're begging to be put down. Disgusting.
Have you ever seen the like?
Forward.
Once. Once before. That's the sample I needed.
That is one way to get it. He let one through his lines, Victor.
Duelist, not a multi-threat.
That's what the 3 silvers are for.
Indeed. Sloppy, my aspirant. Yes, well.
The head of the abomination.
Well, I'm not going to carry this on my hip.
Well, no.
Like our arch-lectors,
but
I do not carry skulls around.
look at it. Around the eyes, jaundiced, yet rotted, though they were very much alive. Mutations. We've seen the like before, Victor.
Watch the end of
In front of the boy, you sure he needs to know this knowledge? Perhaps it's best we don't speak on it right
Silver
now.
Knight says you stand here. You'll hear
As you
the
wish.
sound deep in the caves. An echo.
In time, my aspirant.
Screeching.
In time. Patience. Is that a dead alleyway? Are we gonna make our way down?
Yes, sir. It's the only way.
Seems empty
It's a
back
dead
here,
end.
sir.
Right,
I hear
Samuel.
more of those creatures
Attend
down
my
the way, Inquisitors.
aspirant and continue to move forward. Down the slope.
Hans, form up behind
There
me.
it is again. Strange.
Just be careful. It seems they can take one
Almost
of
as if
those
something is
black
calling
marks.
out.
That
Perhaps there is
right.
some validation to the strangeness of these mines.
Left. You with me to the right. Hold on.
Hold that corridor.
There's plenty in this cave.
Where of that friend? Oh, sir. I know we haven't had much to speak, my fellow colleague, but I thought I'd make you aware in case your runners haven't made you already aware. The events of Donmar. That boy, Tarek Gamble, he escaped.
Yes. I had heard as much through the messengers, and you can imagine how angry I was to know. The moment I left him in the care of Voltek's company is the moment he escaped.
Silver Knights, it's the blood,
Would you believe it?
armor, and your weapons.
His
These creatures, these
saviors. Arnulf Erdhar,
Silver Knights.
Lord of Ewan.
These abominations from this.
I know. I thought his kind had been wiped out at the border.
On the very least, would know to live their lives in silence.
No. He announced himself. At least I saw through him. Him and all his contingent that he was with. At least one of his men. Don't remember his name. Wore green.
Curious. There have been many things moving as of late that has made me think twice. And I am not exactly sure.
Remnants and pieces and puzzles all trying to form something that has all been but lost.
You're not wrong.
My aspirant, we are not going to be using our holy vestiges within these corridors. It is too loud. You have a crossbow, however. Make use of it.
Creatures, their screams echo through the caves. They do not.
The report that I was given was that Voltex was soon to move on Ledford itself. Surprising,
Indeed.
They are hungry.
especially since they have allowed the heir to Ireland to rule it. Not what I expected.
That's a foolish move by an old king, but perhaps he's going senile. Who knows? I'm getting to that age, in my late 50s.
Do
Sooner or
not
later.
mistake
Eventually.
the
deteriorate.
age of this King Aelas for weakness, brother. He was known as a unifier king for a reason. While he may be weak now, in his prime, he destroyed an entire nation of warlords and brought them to boot and heel.
Yes. History. History that won't be able to repeat, not when all this is the Empire's. We'll see to it. Can't afford past mistakes.
No.
This one in once, if you mind.
I see why they're holding back. They fear you, your aura. That is why they don't approach. Me, however, I'm just another human. You must have sensed it by now. There is a fear even they cannot, well, fathom, which is why they hold Ah,
I do not know if that is the case, Victor. There is something in the air.
well,
I cannot quite put my finger on it. But it is not me, it is not faith. It is like walking through water. It is so thick. Magic.
magic. Well done, Icebound. Left is never wrong, is that right? But eventually, if we keep following left, will always lead us out or somewhere else. So, if we were to go somewhere from here, where would we go? What would you follow? What signs? My
To the
asthma
left,
falling from the
Inquisitor.
ceiling. Yes, the left is a good one. Good choice. There's nothing down that way. We will continue on.
Hans! Form up.
Simplicity. This is stone. This is not right. This is different.
A dead end.
How so?
This is carved.
Carved. These
It's
are
destroyed.
tunnels, are they not?
There was a structure. They were. This was a structure at some point. I cannot tell here, but there's an engraving of sorts. A smoothness here that almost looks like an elbow. It's not made out of rock. Don't know what it is.
Most curious.
Perhaps we shall discover what it is further in. Now I'm
Further in,
starting
please.
to understand the interest from our spies.
I find
Dead
it
end?
quite surprising.
Yes, sir.
Most of these tunnels, according to the reports, were made by these Aralandi miners. Which means, if these were structures or partial structures at one point, these absolute buffoons dug through it.
The mine ends 20 feet
Good.
behind.
Then we will continue on.
You must work on your
Following.
senses, aspirant.
I will do my best, Inquisitor.
I have no doubt Victor is nothing if not thorough.
Inquisitors, you hear down the hallway the sounds of cries, these bestial creatures. Nothing menacing or fear than anything else.
You see, crying out. It is that I'm not mistaken.
Perhaps there is truth to what you say. Or they are trying to communicate with each other.
Emotions. It's emotions. That's what it is. In the emotion I'm picking up from these desperate cries are, slay me. I do not want to live any longer.
Even if that is the case, Victor, most beasts or creatures we are able to
To the
identify.
left.
These are nothing that we have ever seen before. They are humanoid, bipedal, and yet they seem to lack actual intelligence. But they have enough where they do not act like mindless creatures. Why?
We will advance.
Much like our servants. Yeah.
Much like them. I've spent a great deal of time working with them, training them, utilizing them. They still retain a modicum of their intelligence, even memories. We have been able to utilize them against the elves in older places to get our eyes where we wish to have them. However, these things, they look at us almost like they know what we are. Watch their eyes. You scoff.
Klaus, you missed a spot, didn't I tell you?
We've made a discovery.
Well, this is what I'm more interested in. This is more intact. Demonic in nature. A horn. Cursed necklace, source. Or its mouth. Cannot tell it's broken. Just like a lion's mane.
I am not sure what the depiction is of, but I will say that those look eerily like Magi robes.
Keep watch for movement.
The very same thing we've seen inside of the old texts.
The miners have clearly come through it, but left it, at least this one intact. There's not much dust since they were through here last.
Do you think they unearthed it? Or it was merely sitting down here, lucky outside of the rubble?
No. This was here. There's no rock forming around it, you see? There's no scratches or indents burrowing in where you'd see cave folds and whatnot, and rock falls and slides. This is stuck into the ground. It's not cracked. It's made out of a different material. Like I said, not stone. It's far sturdier.
Then if these were put here...
We only know of such sturdy material.
If these were put here, they must have been here to signify something.
Very much so.
I will take the lead down the stairs.
Perhaps there are more answers to be found further on.
Very well.
Just a wyvern or a dragon.
Take point.
If I
It's like the
was
twin dragons we have on our banners.
to look at it closely, it looks more like a wyvern.
We will
Though I'm entirely unsure. The depiction has a bit of fantasy to it.
Perhaps.
No pictures of wyverns I've ever seen have had wings as such. Very strange.
Usually their arms are the wings, if I'm correct.
More than likely a depiction of fantasy.
Yes, but isn't it our job to, well, at least where the Empire and its citizens are concerned, to keep that fantasy where it belongs, in fantasy?
Yes.
The better they not know of the horrors of the world, the better.
Well, that is why we
that
go out of
land
our
and
way
our
to keep the
nation
people
truly live in
focused,
peace.
Victor. We keep them focused away from such things. In a few weeks'
They will
time, one of the largest parades ever to take place through Sunmore will be going on. The people will be far from...
Really?
Yes. They'll be far from worried about bumps in
Silver
the dark.
Knights, advance.
I did hear word of sorts. Was the artillery that was called up? Yes? Yes, the artillery.
One of the largest
Uh,
artillery
let's-
regiments stationed outside of Sunmore. A great honor for them.
Still. And watch yourself in that steel. Those claws will shred past it. What are they doing?
They were crowded around that one statuette.
Step aside.
Well, boy,
Look out, Victor.
what do you think?
This figure was of their interest. It has the same horns.
Blood.
Hmm.
Dry.
I see now.
A lot of it. It trails. Almost looks like a stab wound that was untreated. But it is dark and old.
It was definitely deep. The splash falling on us here.
The blood of these creatures are brackish and dark. This is not. Someone was down here before us. Perhaps
Humanoid.
one of the miners.
Gut wound.
Let the creatures stalk.
Definitely.
Mindless, uncivilized mutants.
Silver Knights, prepare to
And the
advance.
devilish fawn.
Advance.
Idols of chaos.
Are you sure?
I'm simply saying that perhaps fantasy, but chaotic nonetheless, a false idol. Broken. as it is and should be.
Or a depiction of someone in a suit of armor. The only reason I say this is everything we have seen here, their proportions have fit that of a humanoid. It seems to be far larger than anything we've ever seen in terms of a bipedal. So unless all of a sudden they are freely carving monstrosities, you must remember, the elves and dwarves do not do such things.
No, and these haven't been recently carved either. These are old. Very old.
As you do that,
Perhaps
loud
second day.
screech echoes through the entire cave. Inquisitors, you hear a loud screech that echoes through the cave of these bestial natures. They are angry.
It seems they have
Sounds
found their
like we have some
spine.
work.
mad. Draw 'em out. Give us some bit of smoke.
Not then it will test our theory. If they
Do not give them time to organize, aspirant. Push forward.
At once. Advance.
For humanity! Go!
Humanity and its
Unstickily.
emblazoned troops.
Aye, sir.
To the left. Immediate.
It's my asthma.
You've noticed it too. At
It's
first.
potent. Particles.
At first I had thought it was merely dust. They are motes of light that fade as soon as you look at them. Curious.
Probably explains why I
Inquisitors.
don't feel anything forming in my lungs.
As you examine the chamber before you, you hear before you ahead is the sound of combat between your men and these disgusting creatures before you that you've been dreadfully smelling.
I'm sure they will take care of it.
It'd be good to at least mark this down at least a little closer, so that I can take this report back to the art collectors.
It will be
Seeing as the boy has been placed in my care, I want to make sure he gets full marks for the work he is doing. And detriments.
ever
Very
diligent. It will be important that the next
Everything
wave
must be
of
cataloged and archived. Yes, Oleander?
these whispers are loud. They come from deeper within the mines.
Look at it.
See how it bleeds? Blackish and dark. But there is fear in its blinded eyes. Your aspirant is starting to annoy me. These creatures, they are blind. But they have eyes in the first place. Why? For something to have been born of such a deep place. That does not make sense. You were not born this way, you were mutated. How and why? I wonder. The talons. Malformed as expected. But your anatomy is too similar. Why? You would not have eyes if you were born in a place of the dark. You were changed. What were you really?
Mutated? By what means?
I am unsure. But things of the dark are not born with organs they do not need. Eyes. Why would they have eyes born in a place as such? Talons, all that are different. In a place of rock and stone where your smallest prey would be rats or fungus. Why talons? Their anatomy, they have hearts. As you could see from the one that I extracted. Curious.
Oh, these are interesting. Again, the same stone. But they are robed.
They are robed, and they have blades. They are chested,
Magi
however.
protectors would be my thought. At
Yes,
least the first inkling.
but what confuses me is they look like men.
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 Yes.
You see, the longer-lived mutants go out of their way to depict themselves with hyper-reality. So if they had done as such, look, upon the stone, there is no space where their ears would be if they were elven. The way that it is carved
No, it is a
depicts
defining
facial
feature.
hair.
Yes. Not cleanly. No
And-
defining elven features or that of anything else.
And of course, they are taller than any man. Taller than any dwarf.
An exaggeration, perhaps.
Likely. A barricade.
Creatures back there.
Probably by the miners. What do you see, Mouse Bound?
The tunnels go down further. And
No,
there
boy.
appear to be
What do you
some
see?
old suits of armor
What
ahead.
do you sense? What do you feel beneath your boot?
Move, Silver Knight.
Spyro,
Don't use your
within
eyes,
gate,
boy.
Your feelings. You're not sure. It's dark. It's cold. It's blood of the monsters cloud your judgment from the rage of these bestial things. All you know is whatever's here you must eradicate.
How
I
very
sense
strange.
corruption, Inquisitor.
That was prevalent enough. But I won't give you any demerits. You gave me an answer, and that is what I wanted.
Mount.
Spears.
Inquisitor, as you
This is a knife.
feel this wall and your senses come to you,
Something in there.
you know there is a creature that lies beyond this gate. It is deadly. It is dangerous. And a chill runs past you, which is odd. Nothing has made a chill run your spine. But this is different.
There's
Well,
no
my
blood on
colleague-
these pikes, Inquisitor.
Victor,
No, there's
Over
not.
fighting.
Yes.
there's a great sense of magic ahead of us. Which is to be expected, but something else. There is some sort of presence. I do not know if it is bestial or intelligent, but I will say this, and I think you will heed. It is not something I feel we can destroy.
I see. Very well.
Its presence is dark. It is something we would need lectors for, or arch-lectors. We will have to be careful.
Divine protection.
I can provide a little, but I am never one of our elders.
Then let us take the advice that you have given, and let us live.
We must find out what is in here. We have been sent here by the Inquisition.
I'm not saying leave, my colleague. No, my most esteemed colleague, I'm saying let us take the smarter option. And move past without being seen. If necessary, we can strip the Silver Knights of their armor. Unless they're good at keeping it in check. Which I would hope they are.
As long as they
are
keep it
trained, after
tight, they should be fine. Very well.
Good.
Have your aspirant find us a way through, and we shall advance.
This is your test, aspirant. There is an enemy here, great evil, within these chambers. We will need to clear a path, past whatever else is here, to get to this powerful thing. And we are not to purge it. Do you understand? We're to move past without being
Inquisitor.
seen. I will trust this path to you. If I see you are lacking in Oleander, my better will take charge and find us a more safe route.
Hans!
All right.
Break down
Yes,
this
sir.
shoddy barricade.
As you wish.
With a 13 silver knights, you bash away at this door. It falls apart slowly. It is
Wilhelm,
old, it is
Ludwig.
brittle.
Fall
And
in
then-
behind.
Quartz aspirant.
Sure.
Advance.
Stop.
These must be the abominations.
No, they're not.
Stay, boy.
Silver Knights, hold here. As you wish. As you wish.
Inquisitor, as you look at these knights, you see that they moved as you approached this archway. They are old, they are ancient, and they are kept together by some strange magic, maybe. Either way, these are abominations. They must be purged.
Step back from the threshold, and their spears go back up.
And if we
I
cross
see
the
what you did.
threshold, they're guardians of sorts. Perhaps not sentient, or maybe they are. But I will tell you one thing, I see magic coursing through them. Almost as if it was cast yesterday, a blinding light of sorts. But not the kind of light that you would expect. It roils, it is dark, blackish and grey. Green. They are abominations. Purge them.
To the front.
You Silver Knights of humanity, you know no fear, and your job is to destroy such atrocious
Advance.
abominations. Kill them.
In the knee.
And again, they're quite well versed. And they do not bleed.
Go on, Ludwig. Finish him.
They do not flinch when they are stabbed and struck. They feel no pain.
Advancing further.
Leave the remains here.
It's not like our servants either. They feel it, they just are trained by ringmasters to say nothing and do nothing.
Old ruins.
The flesh. Ever so slightly, it is mending itself. Look. Eyes upon the wounds itself. The limbs.
Quick, you pause. Sorry, I need the DM editor again. I had to switch.
You fool. I should destroy you where you stand.
Yes.
You best roll injuries for our men.
I shall. Alright. Resume.
The limbs, they are broken. But slowly, the marrow and the flesh, almost minuscule,
Give us a sample. So that we may figure out how to not let it do that in future. Or how to better repurpose it.
most
I'll
curious.
see that it's blessed when we return. I shall not use it.
I wonder, should you get such a thing blessed, the healing properties it may offer when properly suited for use. What was that?
The mending property, you mean?
Did you
There's
hear
an
that?
odd flooded area ahead.
Victor, as you listen, you hear the sound of maybe steps. But it's hard to tell. With the 7, you're not too sure.
Strange.
This atrocity. This being. Whatever it is, it resides in there.
But why?
Why? Silver Knights, keep your voices low. My aspirant and Silver Knights, sheathe your weapons, so that you do not accidentally clink them off on the walls. Just a feeling. Trust me, and you
Silver
may
Knight.
yet live.
These growls send a chill down your spine. With a 6, you'll begin to shake of fear, whatever lies out. This is not
Victor,
This is not combat. This is
you hear that?
Yeah. Yes,
This is what I'm sure I sensed. I do not know its capabilities, but it is dangerous.
We'll do best to avoid it.
This liquid, Victor, what is it?
Victor, as you lean forward, it's a natural 1. Some of this weird dust gets in your eye. And enrages you. You're not sure what this is, but it's just probably water.
It's green sludge. I wouldn't wade in it if you have an infection. So, should probably step over it. My guess, not sure.
You,
Step aside.
give me your knife.
As you throw the knife in, a mist comes from the air from where it lands, and you see it dissolve with a sizzling sound as it slowly
Acidic.
dissipates.
Good move, my colleague.
I'm only paranoid. Do not fall in it, make your way across. Why, though?
One at a time, slowly but surely. My aspirant, you go first, followed by Samuel, then Ludwig.
All right. Agility check. With a 16 Aspirate, you will be able to cross this with ease.
Spirants +4, Inquisitors +6, Silver Knights +2.
Understood.
The stonework, again, has vastly changed.
Right, as you begin to move
Yes.
forward, as you take your
It's looking more like a chamber, like one of our larger cathedrals. It's just underground.
and it falls into the acid.
There are no windows.
But why so large?
But again, there
What is
wouldn't
caught
be.
in the acid. And
Perhaps it congregated
fall,
vast individuals.
hurts a lot. You will not be able to walk normally anymore from this point on.
I must wonder what it is that this was made of, and why.
Again, I know not, other than the fact it is not stone. It's not marble. It's definitely not brick, like the streets, mile-long streets we have in the Imperium and Sunwall.
Yes, but as I was going to say,
In the jump, you make the first one.
Yeah, a white
And
streak.
as you go to make the other with confidence,
a white streak.
you too slide, as your foot is also
I'm not
caught
sure.
in the acid.
All I could make out were long,
With a natural 1,
very long legs.
The wound
Perhaps
deep up to your
talons,
knee.
not sure.
this is a critical wound. You will need treatment immediately, and you will not be able to move forward well anymore.
Clumsy.
Be more careful than the other, won't you?
Come to the wall.
Of course, Inquisitor.
Silver Knight, seeing your two comrades ahead of you, continuously making a fool of themselves in front of the Inquisitors, you cross with literal ease. There is no problems whatsoever. You know how to do this with a natural 20.
Keep an eye on that one.
Aspirant. Advanced. Give it to him. Otherwise he's not gonna be able to move his fucking legs.
Inquisitor, you cross with ease. This is no problem for you. You're agile, you're quick. Inquisitor, you don't know why these fools are making such silly mistakes. With a natural 20, you cross this as if it's a breeze in the wind.
Did he take it?
I can still serve, sir. Yes,
He
sir.
did.
I can still serve.
Treatment roll.
Advanced healing potion.
Spikes.
What good is a trap like this? It is open,
Get up.
able to be seen, unless...
The 19, the healing potion will do its work.
When?
Keep something
Be
in.
very
beyond repair,
painful.
but
Grit your teeth.
you can walk.
No. Look. Between the spikes there is crumbled stone. Along the sides...
I think I saw some.
Yes, we all saw.
Steel your resolve, men of silver. This creature cannot be killed by the means we have here. We will have to
Silver
be
Knights.
careful.
Do not unsheath your blade.
The words of your Inquisitor guide you. You steel yourselves for whenever man or beast is ahead. You are not afraid.
Victor, these traps,
Yes.
they were triggered by someone else. Look, crumbled stone between the spikes. Fairly new break-off points, both on the floor tiles and the walls. Someone was here.
1, 2 of them are bent. Someone was here and probably was eaten. Then again, that blood trail was fresh leading out.
A couple of weeks, in the very least. Lower yourselves down
Yes.
sideways, go between the spikes and up the other side. If you're not an absolute fool, you'll be fine. Go.
Go on. Roots again. But they're not tree roots.
You would think this far
Again, it is
underground,
mycelium.
you would not be here.
It's holding the earth together.
I cannot get up.
There it is again.
They can't get up.
They could if they
My
did.
jumping, my jumping is disabled.
If they, that's because you didn't choose a speed. Because you're the one fool who didn't choose a speed. That's why. Everyone point and laugh. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Bad aspirant. Go get your speed and teleport back.
That's another demerit. Figuring out how to jump.
Just go here and jump up. I can't jump.
It's worse than my strokes.
Did you pick your speed? I did. Back up a little bit, then jump. You're on the wall. Back up a little bit, then do it. God damn it.
You are making this extremely painful.
I put the shit leg and I jumped up.
Inquisitor with a 19. This incompetence of the Silver Knight before you just barely prevents you from wanting to just end his misery. He's annoying, irritating, but
With this thing in the hole.
not worth your trouble yet.
We will wait. He's coming.
Gambit.
None of us here are called that. Being that close, now I am sure. That presence is it, almost blackened and dark.
Inquisitor, for a moment, you swear, as it ran past, it stared at you all for a moment. It knows something. It knows you're here.
I do not know whether it can sense magic or faith, or perhaps it hunts our kind. But it knows we are here, my colleague.
Then we must be very careful. And tread these halls carefully. And find the way around.
Where's the other knight?
Dead. I don't know.
Hopefully they'll undead soon enough. You, aspirant, go get them. You know the way back. Go, cunt.
God damn it.
Thank God you brought an aspirant to do the menial task for you.
Have a knowledge check.
So nice.
With an 18, you have it.
Victor, I have taken notes on these types of things. Those that deal with the magics that we are often exposed to. There is an interesting bit of information.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Excerpts. Something that the Dark Elves call Ulog Ball. Something that the Archlectors have called a Shadow Fiend. Creatures from far below the ground than we are now. They have no place here.
Then what is it doing out of the depths?
That is, my friend, what we are here to discover.
I see.
Currently, your third knight is not on map. We can pause and wait for him, or we can continue.
He's here. I see him.
We can wait.
Very well.
He's on, but he's not in the map.
How loud is my flintlock?
Well, you alerted the creature, Inquisitor. You're all dead. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate for it.
Drink some water.
As I appear later in Fractured Thrones, and I have plot armor, DM.
Ah, I see.
Shoot guns out here. What the fuck?
There he is.
Why is it so shirty? Does it speak, sir?
Oh, Oleander.
With a 19, you all understand this beast. What is happening?
What the fuck?
I know this.
We will wait a moment. Since our knight is ensuring our back is clear. That does not mean I cannot speculate.
Back in character, quickly now.
These structures.
He's not even on it. He's not even on it.
Yes.
Quiet your mouth.
He's just going.
I know it's hard, but give it a try. These structures don't seem to have any sort of reasoning to them. Very maze-like.
You say this. No one really looks up, and I know we can't see much past the brim of our hats, but you see here. There are engravings all along here, as if symbolizing an arch.
As you both examine it, it's hard to tell the etchings. However, the spirette next to you, he sees it all clearly. He is focused and able to tell just from his studies alone some of the wording to these. And like you both assume,
Well, I aspire. What do you think?
Surely the aspirant
engraved.
has not encountered such things before, unless...
We've seen these on the scriptures near the archways, but these are different.
How so?
They're missing symbols, and there's new ones in their stead.
This would fit previous reports from others who had infiltrated some of the other archways in Eshmathalas. It would seem...
the runes.
Yes. It would seem that these are not just runic symbolisms in use of the archways. It is a language. One of magic and power. Forgotten.
Would you be insinuating or implying Like we thought. That one.
I will not pretend to be Inquisitor Krauber, but it is entirely possible that there is a connection. But I do not know enough. He would be the expert. I'm sure our other knight will
Study of
catch up.
languages. We'll see. Just move on quickly and quietly. Stay behind, Inquisitor Oleander. Feast of the Dead.
We will be able to cover more ground by splitting up, my colleague.
Wait back here. Take the safer path. I will take this path.
I will go straight.
As you examine the acid, which you assume is, it's hard to tell if it's acid as well. You can assume, but with the two, you're not sure. Maybe it's water?
With the 17,
You cross with these, and that didn't happen. Inquisitor, as you leap across, your footsteps just briefly on the edge, but you catch yourself and you're fine. You do not touch the acid. Your reflexes save you this day. Silver Knight, as you begin the crossover, you cross with ease. Natural 20 Knight, you cross with ease. However, you are scared out of your mind.
Zantara, grant me the strength.
You are begin the cross.
I'm going extra slow.
You begin the cross. You're sliding a bit. The footing is wet. You're scared. This beast. You resolve yourself and you cross with ease.
It's the bones.
Slowly. Go.
As you begin to cross the spirette, you take the first jump. Your foot slides, but you catch yourself. This creature's distracting you. And you know you must move quickly. Follow your teachers.
Like the waltz of the cat, boy, the waltz of the cat. Come on.
We can get through these corpses without a problem, without disturbing them. The knights, however, not. They will need a distraction. Must find the way first.
We will try and find the way forward first. If a distraction must be made, you and I are the most qualified. It is possible I can repel it with my faith alone, but not for long.
Last resort.
I will cross to the right.
You are the more light-footed.
Around and left.
Doesn't seem to have noticed you. You move agile through these woods, not making a sound.
All of you listen to me. Inquisitor Victor is finding the right way forward. Once he has, he will return to us quietly. He will tell you where to go and you will run like mad. Myself and my colleague will provide a distraction. You will not lose it in your armor. We can. Do you understand?
Yes, Inquisitor.
Victor's signals.
You hear a sound behind you, Inquisitor. The stomps of bones shattering. Inquisitor, you can tell this thing is agitated. It is angry. It knows you're here. You do not have much more time.
All of you. You run to the end of that hallway and keep going. Make a right at the end, understood?
Yes, Inquisitor.
Go, aspirant. Take your knights. Run.
Forwards.
Here! Be blinded by the flame! Go. Get inside, now.
Bit of a problem. There's more of them. None of that. Of these.
Then we skirt around them.
Come on. Cages.
Yes.
Torture equipment. Racks.
A more curious thing. These piles of bones. That creature would never fit in here.
No.
Perhaps the
Pillars.
remains of the miners?
All in one singular pile. Between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Look,
7, 14 pillars.
the main passageway has collapsed.
This was a hole.
I wonder if...
One had been the report. All the others standing to attention.
Is it proximity? It is.
A warden of sorts. He was the only one who moved.
We will have to dispatch them to move on, I'm afraid.
There's many of them. So we'll be joining the fray.
It would seem so.
Keep things quiet if you can. No telling if that beast can make its way inside.
Very well. Aspirant, take your men. Clear the room.
So the night you resolve, these creatures do not fear you. You are with Inquisitors. Slay their enemies. Go behind them, take them out swiftly. Hold.
Again, this warden figure.
Go, now. Is there some resistance?
Be careful, knight. That warden is extremely trained.
They are slow but durable.
Again, they do not bleed. They are slightly more durable.
There might be more coming. Move quickly.
God, why don't you die?
Won't lie. Gave me a sweat. Let's keep moving. Passageway continues that way.
Spooky, I don't know what that is.
That creature will not stay back for long.
Go, aspirant. Be careful. The floor colliders are fucked in the next room. Stick to the left. Jump across. He died.
He's dead. More bones. More acid.
Injury rolls. Were you injured?
Yeah, I got a critical injury. I got an advanced position.
He's alive.
Okay.
I thought he died.
Were you injured?
I took a
Yes.
hit.
Natural 20. You're perfectly fine. The armor did its work.
Good Empire steel.
Was not it.
Perfect. Understood.
Indeed.
You're good? Perfect.
This is another longer one.
Yes. Whoever created this went out of
Absolutely.
their way to ensure someone did not get within. Why?
Indeed. Make way, Farron. You two. I'll go across first. And you'll follow after me.
I will bring up the rear.
Inquisitor, as you leap across these edges, when you finally make your final leap, your foot slips again. And just barely catch yourself again. Again, you embarrass yourself in front of your Inquisitor. It's empty already.
So time guide the flames of my silver knights and
Shaken, your teachers are watching.
give them the strength to bear the evils of the dark. May my magic and faith be enough to prove our worthiness.
Again. You should say the same for you. That's why you go everywhere.
Silver Knight, as you make this next leap, your foot slips again into the acid. And you manage to pull your foot out just in time with a 19. Luckily, it was not your other foot, and you managed to avoid hurting yourself. So no major wounds, but you should be careful in these next coming jumps. You don't want to do it.
You had to say something.
I do not wish to alarm you, Silver Knight, but that creature is on the other side of that wall. Make haste.
With a 19, Silver Knight, you cross with ease. You know what you're doing. Inquisitor, with a 19, this is nothing to you. Again, you are master of your skills.
It is on the other
Don't go
side
cherry
of that
picking,
wall,
I'm not here for souvenirs.
but it disappeared into an
continue to move.
alcove. It might be ahead of us. Be careful.
Motherfucker. How much acid do we have to pour down there? How does it last as long? Its consistency is unlike anything I've ever seen. I might take a sample.
Inquisitor, as you leap across, there was some sort of liquid at the end, and you slip, but you manage to throw yourself far enough and you land on the other side with ease. Almost embarrassing yourself, but you're at pose.
Inquisitor, I wonder what contains it.
Contains the consistency of this, I would think. A mixture of Haragrass, something of the sort. But it's not like sludge. There's a flow to it. Inside the walls. It doesn't just sit, otherwise it would pollute. There's no algae here. It's not mixed with base.
Yep.
Wouldn't think so. I shall resist getting a sample.
Knight, as you make that final leap, your foot slips into the acid. And it is caught. Whoa, reaction. With a 13, the Inquisitor catches you just in time, and you avoid a nasty plunge. Thank God you have a man of his skill now.
Can you imagine
Watch
Speak of
where you
crossing,
are
with a
jumping.
12, you
If
cross
you
with
get
ease.
hurt down here, you will die.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Watching this man, you hear a sound as you all slowly.
Oh, shit.
Go, 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 go.
With a natural 1, move back. As you're leaping, fear encompasses you, and you will fall into the acid, full tilt. With a 17, the Inquisitor gets you out, but with an 11, the armor holds. Parts of your skin that are exposed will feel burning sensation.
Gonna leave a nasty burn.
It's gonna be painful. Spire it. With a 3, as you are crossing over, your foot slides from the fear of this monster, and your boot is caught in the acid. With a 7, your boot will be burned and gone, and your feet will be painful to walk on.
Move, aspirant.
It's an injury.
This hastiness is what's gonna get you killed, boy.
Inquisitor, as you leap across, the fools in front of you, this rage of these mistakes you've been making, your foot slips again. Again, it slips, but you catch yourself. Pose.
Inquisitor.
But again, you embarrass yourself when you're in front of making a
Come on, aspirant.
undignified stand.
Yes, what is it?
One to the right. One of those awful creatures.
Yes, I know. I spit my Pepsi Zero into my microphone. One moment.
That's so good.
Can't be helped.
What?
One of the nights.
Yes. You're stepping in the bones, you fool.
As you look around, Inquisitors of the Knights, you see these abominations in front of you. They stand at guard in a stance of defense, protection. Odd.
Another tomb and a dead end. I'm going to check the inscriptions.
Very well, aspirant, hold this all well.
Have them at least advance to the other coffin.
Advance the other coffin, take out that abomination quickly and quietly. Well,
Perhaps they will not mind if I get close. Or they will.
perhaps if they touch the coffin, that is its quarry.
Then let us not touch
As long as
it.
you do not cross the threshold and disturb it. I don't think it will lie.
Asumai Anantuk Kiratst. Unsare. These old broken dialects are almost impossible to remember.
You do carry that cipher on you, do not?
Yeah.
As you're examining this crypt,
Runic
the
one.
knight reacts. Something has happened as you hear fighting down the hallway, and it begins to move towards you.
Were we lesser men, these things would be deadly. Find out what's happening to the Silver
Truth be
Knight.
told. Sure. Use your archive, correct?
Those who had given everything in memorandum. Something discovery. The coils of magic itself. In perpetuation and the semblance of the order. Semblance and perpetuation of the order. Coils of magic. The wording is broken. I wonder if this is done on purpose. I am unsure. The words seem to be written purposefully incorrectly. Unless my ciphers have been wrong from the start.
No, can't be.
There is always a chance one makes
That knowledge
mistakes,
has been passed
Victor.
down. But it's been passed down so that we would not make these past mistakes, has it not been?
Yes. But new discoveries often change
Perhaps
much.
a riddle of sorts. Or perhaps it is code.
Code, more than likely. This is the third time that I've seen a tomb that had something of the order about it, whatever that may be.
Indeed.
What is going on?
Why is he quivering
Put this in your mouth.
Have you forgotten what you are? Have you forgotten the
You hear behind you a monster. You hear it.
The armor upon your body is silver because of your status. Have you forgotten?
Reacher.
You are all sure here that this Inquisitor may have just saved your lives.
Get yourself together.
for this infraction?
You should
Cut the
Inquisitor.
tongue at the end of this as a mercy.
Look at me.
A mercy. That
We
way
go
there
into the
will be
darkest
no
places
more
of the earth
fear.
because we are the only ones who can. We do these things for the sake of humanity and the people that we are here to protect. You are the vanguard. Act like it.
Inquisitor.
Yes, Inquisitor. Smashing. And then a loud bang.
This creature is
To move. Oleander, there is no time.
There is always time.
I will take the lead.
Not on our short lifespan unless you want it cut shorter.
Then I will catch up with you, my colleague.
Very well. You all move with me. You now become a mass.
One that is of sort. Fallen in the face of the sentinel. One who had, no, one who is. Who is, or could be. One who had been. Yes. Sided of the Magi. In defiance of the sentinels of Elysium. curious.
Easy. You are not having problems. Then when you get halfway through with your confidence, that boot that's missing slips, and you fall into the acid. And with a 3,
Defiance of the darkness that had spread from the city of Elysium. One would rise to to defy. In the sight of all that had taken place through trial and tribulation, both in death and in life. Both in death and in life. With their sights on those of a different perseverance. Both high and low. The order shall know. Order.
You try to keep some pose as the men in front of you have just burned their boots. Funny, considering the place you're in.
The times most dark, when both green and blue meant the end. Those who had ability and those who had thought invented such heresy. No. Hell, not heresy. Through foresight and wisdom, those who could did, and thusly shined light upon that which should never have been. That those who lived long life, that those who lived long life, purveyance, or persuasion. Those who lived long life are something in sight of the forefather. What do you mean?
Demeritize onto it.
I've used up the last of the medical supplies aside from the 2 bandages.
His leg is
torn to shit. Go to the acid. I myself, my boot is ruined.
Then we'll make it clear. No more injuries. If you slow us down, well, I hope you've memorized the way back.
Larger too.
No inscriptions. brothers, Forgarth and Dell, co-conspirators of freedom. For one that had seen that which was its true nature. That which had seen one of its true nature, its true nature, I wonder. What? Though one had seen through the trials of fiery sky. One had seen through the trials of fiery sky, and which and under the sins of Elysium. Elysium.
Doesn't matter, we're all shit.
Sky of fire, the sins of Elysium, perpetuated by the sentinels and those who commanded. To be seen in memorandum and bravery. Memorandum and bravery. Courage in the face of the dark and things unknown. Resisting the life of man to machine. No, that cannot be right. Some of these old scriptures. Some of these old scriptures don't make sense. I will have to compare them to what the Inquisition has compiled on what we know of Elysium.
Elysium. Not something I'm aware of. I didn't hear the mention of.
As you begin to cross this last archway, you didn't feel it earlier, Inquisitor, but a sense of magic stabs at you. The source, it's close. Very close.
The whispers
You're
of
right,
our
my
loudest.
colleague.
We are close to the source of these magics. The feeling is stronger than ever before. My fire burns
Indeed, the
bright as
vegetation
it
as
always
well.
has, but it threatens to be swallowed by this oppression. Take heed.
Do not cross that threshold. I'll take a look here. These roots mixed in with the shroom-like mycelium. It's normal mycelium holding the earth together, but it is gone down and it is reaching toward there. Do you see it?
Yes.
It's reaching for something. A sustenance, maybe, as it crumbles away. Magic.
Inquisitors, as you
Probably.
look at these vines, you see it course into the bones themselves. It looks like it was taking sustenance from the very bodies at the end of these vines.
There is a great darkness here. We must push forward, now more than ever.
Spirant. Cross the threshold. Kill. You see it. This one here. The root is into the very base of the neck. Almost as if it became a part of it.
I wonder if this has anything to do with the walking mycelium we had come across not too long ago.
I had my theories on that when we first entered the cave, but no, there is no trace of that to it.
Let's have a look. you see?
That would explain a lot. Much, in fact.
Move.
They're not purified crystals.
I just realized I don't think there's a way to get up.
You will have to jump.
Cannon, he wall ran. Cannon. That is canon, he wall ran.
Understood.
Roll for effectiveness.
15.
It happened.
Was beautiful.
It happened.
Jimmy, across the side.
There's more. I need a little help.
Very well.
Two flails in a closed space.
Why not?
My chances in live. I don't want them tangled. That is dangerous.
Go. Secure the room.
It's sliced as it went down.
I'll try to knock you back.
Is this foliage?
Clear
the rest of the room. Let's go.
It is alive.
Follow your orders and clear this room. There is bound to be many in here.
Clear to the left, we will clear to the right. Green, living, alive.
Impossible.
Something is feeding. No. And without light.
There.
Birds need light.
A tree. I have my suspicions already. Help your aspirant. He is struggling.
Sure. Background.
More than likely, more of them are going to be coming from different parts of this fortress or whatever it is.
You're more durable than I thought.
Very well.
Don't you start behaving like me, we're gonna have problems.
More to the right. Take them, aspirant. Support him.
Well fought for a dead amalgamation.
You all feel a chill run through your spine. This place is dark. This place is evil. It must be purged.
Aspirant, finish it. Kill them. What do you feel, my colleague?
A very old presence, fading, but there. To your right. Something that
This
has
magic
remained
is
once
starting to get
before.
cloudy, then my senses are starting to be dulled.
I am sure from another time.
I'm actually being
Long
pushed
before
back.
this
Funny
age,
enough.
perhaps the first or the second. No, the second. No, the first.
Very well. Making resort to such rash means.
It is the same as any other tree that would house a dryad. A sentry of sorts. No, a guardian. The remnants of a guardian. The very things that guide their parasite. Why is there a guardian so far underground? Why was it left here? What is your purpose? Parasitical guardian of the green. Creatures that demand life in times of sacrifice. Why are you here? What
You
is
don't
your
mean those creatures.
Yes, those. The very same ones that have guided these parasitical dryad. But this one is faint. It still lives. But barely. What do you remember? Tell me. Before I say
I can
it's
buy
too
you
late.
time.
Buy me time, I must think.
Give it a little prayer and thought. Be on guard.
No, it could be. You are a guardian. You are what remains of one. But why were you here? You cannot hide your secrets. Your magic are failing and fading. Your presence is weak. What was your purpose here, deep in the stone, where you do not belong? Guidance for whom? Who do you guide? What is left? What do you mean, what is left? I must think. You are scattered. Your eyes, what are they looking at? Destroyed tree. A small village. A fishing village where? Why your eyes upon this place? A castle in the wood. Castle in the wood. Yes. But why? There is one of your children there. No. No. The child is separate. You are looking to the fishing village because something of you is there. You are dying. You are dying. You need her. But what else? You are not the only guardian. There is another. It is not you who are dying. It is he. You are dead. I see. So Tar, cleanse me of this filth.
At the top of the precipice, runic signatures alight with magic all along the ground. Silver Knights dare not pass, neither myself, but I did obtain this book.
These trees.
Oh, dusty.
This tree, Victor. It is the remnants of something very old, something that has been referenced in the old tasks as a guardian. The very things that guided the Dryadic things, the parasites that claim elves and men and drag them to the woods as slaves. But I could see what it could see. It tried to hide it. It tried to use its feeble existence to hide its own eyes from me, but it could not. It is too weak, so devoid of the light. I saw a small fishing village next to a lake, a small bridge that crossed a river, and a castle in the woods, forgotten and abandoned, holes in its walls.
Did you?
And also another side. A dryad, very old, but youthful in appearance. A parasite living freely in a sparse wood outside of a human castle, unafraid and unhiding. It has integrated with the population freely.
Turn them.
I know not what it means.
Regardless, there are shifts in the dust upon this desk up here. There are items of interest. Heavy.
Inquisitor, as your back is turned, you see your initiate eyeing that abomination.
You are still alive, but you should not be. Vestiges of wild magics that do not exist anymore. But where do you grow your sustenance from? Your leaves are all extended over there.
You with its power. He's standing upon power. Now you have angered it, and we'll see if you live. Take care of it as we examine these desks. Like, I found nothing here. Everything was taken, but there was a book, a manuscript of sort. Dusty. I will not examine it here, though.
I will.
You're more delicate than I am.
The other sides that have been seen for what it might be. Hurry up, aspirant. The others that are here. No, this is all wrong. This is not right. Symbolism the same. The very same. The men depicted with the hoods and swords are the very same, these wyverns or such. The misaligned guardian that has no purpose, but all of the mannerisms and runic symbolism does not match that on the floor. It is different. These do not belong. These are not parts of the scriptures here. Someone was here. These symbols are not the very same. Someone has been here. These are all alight with magic. This is not remains.
You're saying something empowered it? It shouldn't have been.
I'm saying someone cast it.
Why do they glow and pulse?
Because, my dear colleague, it is magic that is controlled, not the wild magics of the wood for beasts and parasites alike, not the magic that is pulled from the very soul. It is birthright magic.
Birthright.
Inquisitors, we're being flanked.
Then deal with it, Silver Knight.
Who the fuck? We don't have time for this.
Take care of it. More of those mana
Can the
knights.
threshold be crossed, is the question.
I will have to find that out
Without interrupting
myself.
the flow. And I wish you luck. Aspirant, tend to your men. Fuck is this bullshit?
Look at these individuals. Within but the first few moves, you know this man is skilled. Aspirant in front of you.
Aspirant.
You are no mana knight.
Deal with the smear men. Back it up, boy.
Who are these people?
You will die. Elves.
Why, there are elves here.
Inquisitor with a 12, you are outbesting this creature in front of you easily.
I'm going to take you alive. Who sent you? I am dark!
should live. I'm not gonna give you that chance, and neither would he.
Chain around the neck. Ah!
I do not have time. Behind you. I will stand upon the demonic runes with you. This one knows his steel. He has lived for thousands of years, I can tell by the scars.
One of Ayendar's assassins, no doubt. Shit.
Doesn't want us to keep this secret.
Ah!
To keep it secret.
He's an expert. Vice President.
But he is besting you. He is well taught. He knows what he's doing. An opening.
Finish them, aspirant. Then prove your worth.
Believe it or not, I'm the runt of the class. I go down. I do not wish to
With a 17.
Keep that one alive. I want to know who sent him.
age has passed, and the world has progressed, both in technology
Aspirant, help your mentor subdue that one alive. Go.
He's got a minute. 1 minute, Oleander, and he will bleed.
Damn you, Victor.
Don't bleed him.
What do you want me to do here with an expert?
Up against the wall. Who sent you, Elf?
Who do you think?
Who? Speak truly in your final moments, that you might find peace in your next life. My colleague knows ways to keep you alive, and I will ensure you are a servant. Answer my question and you may die. Very well. Victor, ensure he does not die. Give him that. Ah! I told you to watch him!
You have the book. We've seen all we need to see. We need to report back.
Not yet. That would be there. Side membranes. Remembrance. Why? Sided.
Your father when you look at him, boy.
Sided. No.
I think of the stain.
Not remembrance.
Good. You still bear that stain.
No.
You know it well.
Memory. These are memories. Someone's memories. A warning. No. Yes? I cannot tell. Memory. Wintalk. Memory of despair. No. Despair would have a third side. Memories. Not despair, destruction. Destruction.
Times like these that you should have wanted over.
Destruction.
You would have been able to decipher this within minutes.
Continuation and undone. Memories of destruction that are continued yet undone. How? No, that cannot be right. Memories and a continuation that could be undone, but it speaks of destruction. But nothing of faith. Who wrote this? What is this? Memories of a continuation. No, a circle. A cycle. Memories and a cycle, undone or unbroken, of destruction. A warning. Something that has been seen before. Something in motion. Something in motion that has... Something set in motion, a continuation of something done long ago. Whoever wrote this is a warning to any who might understand it, but who would? Wait. Of a continuation of what once was, to be no more. A memory of warning and destruction, a cycle of things that have yet to come, that are still to be. Something that cannot be undone, some sort of destruction.
This essence of ours is pungent, but not solid. It encapsulates other things, perhaps.
Great Tower of Elysium. A goldish white spire that had reached into the sky. Place of magic. Defended by those called the Sentinels, those that would turn man to machine.
Horrified.
That would be my guess. This is not an archway. Not in the least. Look. These are not anything like we've seen before. These are... Wait.
Pillars.
No.
Conduits.
Do not touch them.
Something else.
I knew this. I knew this. I knew this. These are conduits, my colleague. These are meant for the projection of magic. This is a halfway point. This orb, whatever it is, this crystalline feature, within it contains magic of sorts. Where it comes from, I do not know. Perhaps it is old. It does not seem like anything else flows into it. But the archways. That is why tablets need to be used now. They did not need to be used before, because places like this were a source of power. They supplied...
Places of power. Places that feed off of everything around it to give what is here power. Yes? That is why everything is green and
That
lush.
is not as old as the structure itself. That guardian, or the remnants of it, is not as old as everything else here. This came first. Why?
But they needed an external source of power. They ran out. Meaning they needed something else. Couldn't be far out.
That's what I would do.
These pillars,
If I didn't have what I need, I'd use a substitute.
unless the one who would touch them would find themselves emptied of all that made them man, made them living. I have seen these things. They were depicted in the topologies of the scriptures that were given to us to study, the water elves, the fish folk, the very same spires.
I do not deal with such xenos. Never, in fact.
If you were to get inside one of the old ruins, some that have been found in different parts of Azera, we would have seen these spires.
I deal with things above the ground to make my concoctions primarily. Rarely do I venture into such ruins for research. I'd usually send my aspirants, someone else to do it for me.
All I know is this. We must get word to the Inquisition. They must come here. They must study this and see this. Whatever is written down below is not old, my colleague. This is perhaps under a few months. Someone took the time to issue this warning, and it pulses with memories. One that I intend to see.
Are you sure you don't need something to stem this over? I have helpful aid, if need be.
I have my faith, Victor. It shines bright within me.
Fair enough.
That shall guard my soul.
So remove yourself from these instructions. You should be aspirant. You have learned nothing to us. Yes, I was waiting for your instructions. And yes, they need someone to lead. Show them no fear. Strengthen them. At the end of the work here.
Sotar, protect my soul. I go forth to seek the answers of the things that have tried to undo your children. I venture my very mind and soul into the aether and the dark in order to see that which you must, so the light may spread from my very body as tendrils of retribution into those that would defy the light. Guide me. Such a place should not exist. Ah! 啊 The very same as we had known it, tearing them away. Man to machine, very curse, slaved. My mind is strong. My fire is pure. The great white tower of Elysium, guarded by the sentinels. But why, for what purpose? What do they do to humanity? Greed, power, magics much at the expense of others. Dark magics. The spires on the pillars. It was they did this.
What did you see?
The truth. This is a warning. It is not just a warning for one person, it is a warning for any who might look upon it. I am not sure what that implicates, but I have a feeling if you touched it, you would see something else, just as would I. Somehow, I believe it ties into what it is that you seek. I seek the truth. I seek knowledge. One who would seek glory, or powers, or riches would receive a warning as to what would happen if they should.
Well, I seek to retire, hopefully, in 10 years, so I shall not indulge a swift death. Hopefully, I will find my quarry.
I saw the birth of the flame.
Wild goose chase. We still have this to get back through. Climb the tree?
No. We are going to secure this place. We are going to immediately return back to the Inquisition, and we will turn this into a base of operations. Whatever this dying guardian is interested in, I can observe it, know where it is, this dryad. Wherever she is, I will be able to know.
What of the Silver Knights? Should they carry this knowledge? Are we to take our aspirant and leave?
We will discuss that on the way out.
Very well. Could do for a nice test. True test of his faith.
Aspirant, it is more than likely that there will be more of these creatures and elves between us and the exit. Secure a path out.
At once.
Where is the third?
Inquisitor.
I'm sure they will catch up. Continue on.
Yes, Inquisitor.
I, for one, don't want to see this place again. I prefer the air, where I can actually breathe.
There is much to be gleaned from this place. But it is for greater minds than I. I'm learning.
Nice. Yes, you've started to learn the catwalks. It's a very unorthodox style, I know. But it's all a dance in the end, isn't it? At least that's what they teach you.
We don't have time for this. Advance.
Inquisitors, as you leap across, you, sir, make it across with ease. However, you, with a natural 1, slip right at the edge and begin to fall back. But, with a quick reaction, you are caught just barely.
Thank
I
you, my
almost
esteemed
lost.
colleague.
I almost lost my sword. Thank you.
You two cross and
As you begin to move forward, Inquisitors, you hear the sound of heaving, snarling scratches. You know it's still close by. How close? Hard to tell in this darkness.
The Silver Knights. They keep looking over their shoulders, back towards that room. I am not sure what to make of it.
Well, let us guarantee assurances with those we can trust. Harry aspirant to prove himself.
There are not many Silvers left.
Your boot is caught in the acid. Luckily, you have armor still.
If they cannot overcome their fear,
Recover.
then are they worthy of that armor? Truly, I ask you. I think not.
Inquisitors, you heard the sound of a splash. Looks like a fool ahead of you made a mistake and hit the acid. The creature
My point.
is aware.
Yeah, I need 2 rolls when I go to look at them. Their composure.
As you look at the knights ahead of you, there is a shaking in their eyes, but they look to you as guidance, Inquisitor, as all knights should. You are an Inquisitor, after all. Begin jumping through these blasted pillars of acid. Boots snapped to dust.
How strong is your light, Knight?
But you regain your pose.
As strong as Sultar is in my faith.
You would claim that Sultar burns within your very chest.
Yes, Inquisitor.
And would you die for that?
I would, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, with a 13, you stare at this man's eyes. You see a little fear in them, but there is also resolve.
Good. Go. That is fine.
You begin cross.
And what are the other?
You
Will
just
he
that
waver?
one.
Inquisitors, as you begin to prep, you hear the sound of crunching. And you turn around. As you see this bestial creature, it begins to move through the acid as it's nothing.
Shoot and flee?
Yes. Spirant,
Very well.
run.
As your shots ring out, the creature hears you and begins moving forward.
You're both able to cross these.
Keep going.
Good. It'll go after it.
There our exit strategy. Let's move.
Let them deal with it. Left.
Spirant. Jump. Trust in me. Jump.
Jump. Not you.
Jump.
You're terrible.
Initiate as you cross.
No.
Natural 1, you fall.
We've got him.
We've got him. Inquisitors, and you get caught.
It's
And
stop.
Stop moving.
That one kept running.
He's a fucking fool. He's dead. He leapt right over his helm.
There might have been elves up ahead. You might have heard them. Let us keep moving.
Silver Knight with a 6.
fear starts to grasp at you.
Insight check. +4.
With an 8 total, you can't really tell, but he is. Maybe it's the damp air.
Move. Go. 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 Get
Wait.
out of my sight. You're quivering and shivering. Up, he kept moving. He does not care.
Don't just move. Lead.
Ah, an excellent suggestion, Michael.
You two keep the aspirants safe.
Yes, Inquisitor.
It is not likely our weapons could pierce the hide of that beast, but if necessary, it could
Now.
be slowed down.
What we need is a cannon. That is what we need.
Perhaps I'm calling a favor for mortal cause. Perhaps. Dink.
Your
Sorry, stepped on you. Sorry.
climbing is almost as weak
I
as...
used him as a boost, and now he went into the spikes and is dead.
Just go. I'll catch her.
Yeah, fuck. Keep moving.
All cross through very easily. No troubles.
Well, you wanted prisoners.
What do you...
wanted someone to talk, the elves.
These things are going after us while this creature is nearby. It's going to draw it in. Aspirant knights, be
Alive will be
aware.
our savior in the end.
As we fight this putrid elves, the Shadow Fiend will be drawn in. Stay away from it. Utilize it to kill the elves. Worst comes to worst, my brother and I will ensure it stays off of you. Clear the way.
By your command.
Kill.
We will have to buy him time,
I
Inquisitor.
can't stand this stench of elves. Buy time for this fiend? That's a lot of risk.
I'm aware. The room is large enough. Perhaps we could get the trip upon the bricks.
Large enough for a flare, even.
Large enough for two, I dare say. If you could wrap a wrist and I could, we could tip it backwards if we tried. Speaking of which...
Into the acid. Then again, it wasn't very effective.
Not into the acid. But onto its back, perhaps we could strike at its face.
Very well.
Look out! They're still fighting. Buy them time.
For the 13, you're all besting him. He is confused by the sounds in this room.
The metal does nothing. His skin's too tight. Swords will be useless. Back away! We'll never beat it up close.
Monstrosity.
We'll never defeat this thing. We can only slow it down.
Precisely.
You go for the right leg and I'll go for the left. And then we will fall back.
Let it come from me. Let it slam into the wall.
Understood.
Here, puss, puss, puss.
Fall back!
Let's go.
We've done all we can.
Did they leave any elves alive? No, seems our Sparrow's done its work.
I would advise you move, aspirant.
Keep one. Go. Speed.
It's coming! Move! Shit. Zotar, bless. My very soul, bless my faith. Keep me so I may stand as a steadfast line in the night. Allow me to present a barrier between the men that fight for your light, and allow me to stand as a barrier between all that would seek to destroy us. Zotar, you are the one who divines man. You are the one who performs the light in the darkest places that is known to man and beast alike. It is through your flame that mankind shall be the spark to rise anew. Fall back. It's coming!
Conventional means?
Yes, well, I didn't reload, so maybe you should. Are you still walking?
Nice Barons is slow, and that's what's gonna get him killed one day.
Well, if we're lucky, it won't get us killed, just him.
Shoot and fire, shoot and run.
Perhaps the flame scared it away.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. We are granted these vestiges for a reason. They're weapons of our faith, after all. As I thought. Conventional means it is.
The knees.
Halt. Halt.
Ready.
Mid-range. Fire.
Go!
That's my last bullet, so I'll be out of here.
It's coming!
That way.
Here.
Right.
There!
Left. Run, you fucking fool.
Oh, shit.
There's nothing.
Don't let him free him, Victor! Are we done? Did you get them?
We're done.
Good, go!
They're dead.
Is this one wounded or dead? Fuck, so much for making noise. Go. Go!
You're starting to act a lot like me, boy. Just cast no and they fuck off.
The sounds get closer and closer.
Go!
This beast is
Go, go, go. Let the light be our guiding aid.
Out! It will not go in the light!
Open the door. Feast on
Cards down.
Respawn! Oh.
So that's how he got out.
Yeah, it's our fault.
Well, we got your prisoner.
Oh, I kept the mirror on. Doesn't matter at 40 frames.
Bruns, I'm here to help.
That was Ryan really well.
Yeah!
Yay! Well, the plan wasn't initially to have him as a prisoner. We
Not
were
too late.
Kimchi's back, everyone. Run it back. Let's do it again.
We were gonna break his knees and then leave him as bait.
Ooh. That would
So we could get away.
Make a noise.
Well, you still broke my knee.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Vermintide, elves, killing elves simulator. Good time. No, this is steel line, right? So don't do that, you'll die. It was good.
So,
I had
was it worth it?
That was amazing.
So,
Good job, Shinfo, by the way.
Shinfo did all the RPing today, or RPing, all the DMing today. Thank you, Shinfo. Give him a round of applause. Good job, Shinfo.
Yeah, Shinfo.
Good fucking job, man. Good fucking job.
I gave him some suggestions on like how some things should behave, and I kind of tried to copy what happened when we went through the first time.
I figured that's why when I saw that you were acting as that one, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
It was good.
Did anyone?
Very good.
Damn it, how many times did he call you Giga?
Sorry, I butchered.
Did you count?
He called me Giga every time.
Be free.
You started calling me Pawn.
And Pawn.
I'm
and Pawn and Giga.
I'm stressed out out of my mind. I just wanted to be perfect.
Killed one day, aspiring.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Who sent you? The funniest shit is like, who sent you? I'm like, I'm not telling you. What would I tell you?
Why would I fucking tell you that?
4,000 years.
Why would I?
Never tell.
It's okay. We still pulled one out alive. Yeah, they got one.
Daddy, tell me, am I beautiful?
Oh, my tracking died.
Oh no.
So pretty.
At least we finished it before it died.
Yeah, right on time.
Exactly. I was like, these things are crying out, please kill me, which is just my headcanon. Victor just wants
In the next like
Dalmatians
week or
to
so,
die.
I'm buying you track shot
So he's
pluses.
just, he becomes their personality. Yeah, they want to die.
I'm buying you
We're
track shot
putting them to
pluses.
rest.
Or I'm giving you the money to buy them. Yes, I am.
No, you aren't.
Everybody knows
Yes, I am.
now how stupid Ollie knows where
Wait, who
Yandel
needs
is
it?
at all
Who needs
times.
it? I'm doing it again. I do it again. Who needs it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What? No, Rogan. No.
Who needs it again?
No, dude,
I'll do it again. Who needs
What are
it?
you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, great. You got it for yourself.
Thank God. Crawfish is dead.
Wait, it's my weapon.
That's why I was like, who needs it?
Wait.
Die, Elf! Ha! Oh my God!
Mobilize Crawford.
You ever play Torah?
Biological
Wasn't there like a cerebral war that you shot at enemies and crawled up their nose and just ate their brains?
So
have the button.
one thing I want to say that I loved was this was a massive display of how tactical and scary Inquisitors can be. Like that, I really enjoyed that. Like, obviously they knew there was no way to beat that Shadow Fiend. Their weapons were nothing, but the increased like strength and the using of like trying to trip it up, that was really cool. That was a cool scene. I really like that. So thank you for portraying it that way, Game.
I can't wait to go back and watch that.
I was so ready to be like, Inquisitors, go. I'm already wounded. I'll make a distraction.
We were debating whether or not to kill
instantaneously.
all the Silver Knights. We didn't know if they could be trusted with this
You had too
information.
much knowledge.
I'm out of here. You guys have fun.
Thank you, Gamby. Thank you. Bye bye, Shadow Fiend. Yes.
But Brunswick, all the stuff we saw is above our pay grade. I didn't see nothing.
Your eyes were closed all the time, and they still are.
They still are, yeah. They are?
So you didn't see shit.
Wow, okay.
Was the entire time.
So
The
my question
the
is,
screams on the Shadow Fiend were gestures.
will these Silver Knights become future
eyes,
like
but yeah.
recurring characters, or is that just not going to happen?
Say again?
Will these Silver Knights become recurring
They
Imperial
can.
characters, or no?
If you give me their names,
Let's
I'll
just
put
say-
them down in the NPC list. Important notes for NPCs. And when we do
shit,
another,
we're gonna see these boys again.
when we do another like Imperial NPC episode, it would make sense for Silvers to be there. They can reappear. I'm fine with that.
Oh,
We're turning this one into ash.
No, we're not.
Wait, that means this guy's a recurring character.
What are we doing?
For a while.
Nah,
It would
dude,
look good in a mask.
Servant of Ash.
Yeah!
That type of ash. I see.
Servant of Ash.
Wow, Inquisitors are so cool. They protect us all.
Did you say servant of Ash?
See,
You know,
you go from an
That's oblivious Imperial girl fed
Just
Imperial
why
propaganda.
I get all of the top tier pussy is because of the choices I made in my life. Never heard that? You never heard that meme?
all about the hats.
You never heard that? It's a recording of a dude saying, "That's why I get all the top tier pussy because the choices that I've made in my life, the things I've done with myself." He was for real. It was 100%. He meant that. What is top tier? I don't even.
I wouldn't know. I wear a chastity
Or
belt.
you want to ask that question? 1 to 10.
It's a 12.
Got him.
Roll my death roll.
Tyler has lock
Plus,
picking.
plus A.
There we go.
A 10.
It was like,
Whoa.
Disadvantage.
Whoa.
You know the sad part of that was I was running through
Tyler
half of that
has
dungeon
lockpicking for a chastity belt?
So I was
Has
just
he had experience with those locks before?
It's just a lock. Yeah, not much different.
It's like trying to unhinge a bra strap. I have training with this. It's the same thing.
oh, the gun.
Right,
Oh, the
Tanner,
gun.
roleplay.
Oh.
And we fall asleep.
Alright.
Were you confused, Sergeant?
Oh, man. I was so...
I love that.
He's dead.
Well, I go insane. Thank you guys. This was very fun.
I like it.
Kosha.
Don't get me wrong, I love Jamie. I was just
Yeah, so do I.
do you just want us to send you those names to DMs?
I wanted this to go so well.
But yeah, that's why I said in between, like, we'll do practice scenarios. If you didn't know, he's one of the two I plan on picking up for S3. So.
Oh, yeah.
So that's gonna be awesome.
Nice.
It's very good.
You did really good, Shinfo.
Thank you.
Real good, Shinfo.
Yeah.
Everything I know on the
Player, don't mind me.
and then
Oh, yeah.
Shinny as well. So that's where all my inspiration
It's
comes.
Maldo.
My lord, your favorite role player is here.
I'm over him.
Maldo.
You're over him.
I'm really glad you guys.
Arn?
Yeah, you did a very
Who's your favorite role player now?
Shinny, hello!
like the tight knit group. Like you kept everything running smoothly. You kept
Hello,
tabs on
Shinny.
everyone. That was really good.
Shinny, a comment.
Easy to listen to and follow too.
Hello.
Very good. I'm happy.
How
I'm
are
very
you?
happy to hear that.
Doing well, I hope.
You're the first, and I wonder who's the second. But I'm
I mean, none of us did,
You
Shinny.
fast man.
None of us did. That's why we did this. I wanted to be productive today and enjoy myself. So I decided that it would be cool to do something that reflected something that we never got to see but did happen. When we started, you were doing a thing with Zora, and I didn't want to just barge in and be like, "Hey, Shitty, no, you're doing something with a friend, but come here." I wasn't going to do that to you.
Play with that Shinny.
Yeah,
I'm more
we literally
important.
took maybe about an hour or two looking through old maps just to say, what do we want to do?
Yes.
What story?
I'm just respecting everyone's time. I would continue, but I know you're all human and I'm not.
Oh,
No,
My
humans
lord,
here.
I have the next 4 days off because I have a 4-day weekend. I am.
He's dead.
I'm ready for those as well.
I want more FT.
The Flint.
you think that kills the Silver Knight Inquisitor?
You're a Egyptian.
Immortal.
Okay.
With a 3, you go down to the next room for more FT and you pass out from pure exhilaration.
The Inquisitor's losing it. He's lost his mind.
Combat workshop.
So something I want to do.
Blessing will fix him.
Something I want to do really bad.
Oh, don't mind me.
Something I want to do really bad. That could be that could be done soon. It would have to be a full session though. So everybody is like filled out the way that it should. But we could absolutely just do the Imperials fucking side of what happened when they delved into Fair Hollow, when everything was already riled up and everything was going to shit by the time they got there.
Oh, I'd be so down for
Let's go.
Yes.
Just please don't do it on a Friday. I want to be there for that.
I would probably do it. One of that's going to be like probably after the season's over. I mean, if there are numbers, if there's people who want to, I'll do another fucking thing tomorrow, and I'll just pitch ideas. And if I get enough people who are like, I want to do this, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to have to come.
That's awesome.
If you have no life, I'm here for it.
I have D&D.
Then I'll do it another day. No, not every day. I would, but there's not people who are as fanatical as I am.
Brunswick.
I will make some more in a day.
Make some more
RP, Imperial roleplay.
All right, make the.
Then we won't have to hesitate. How Mirandel did. We can actually torch that building full of little tritons. Yeah.
You were asking for those maps from Vermintide.
God.
Thumbs up.
Oh. Wait, do you have them?
We could rip them, probably.
Yes.
Oh shit. All right. So
Yes.
You know the Temple of Sigmar map? I'm pretty sure someone's ripped that.
Yeah, more than likely.
Oh. I've thought in my head playing that level what it is I'd want to do there. Yes. Especially after the finale. Yes.
Let's go. In between episode. Oh look, it's Quintus.
Oh, everyone loves Quintus.
How do you recognize him? He's wearing a hood.
No,
there's something familiar about him. I don't know.
No, he's in Sunmore. He doesn't wear a hood.
I've seen that dumpy before. Quintus.
Wait, you look like a barmaid I know.
What?
Wow. Okay.
Spam it.
We need
going to put on my armor of faith.
Do we?
We need revolvers.
Clock.
Hmm.
There you go.
We need these boys again, but with the umph of the guns that you have.
For
Inquisitor with a
Four?
cannon.
It's time to make $50.
Tuesday?
No, it doesn't have to be right away. I mean, sooner the better, but it doesn't have to be done right away.
See you guys.
Rods, you know I was already making like a few of them. So like definitely season 3. I already got those guys slated. And I sent you an image of the assets I had. You really like them, right? The 4K HD one.
I gotta see it again. I don't remember. Cause it's been a while.
Remember the armor I searched on Reddit for, and we were like, we can't find it.
Fool.
All I hear is excuses.
The only reason I didn't use this one, I wanted to, was because the amulet's broken. It's fart cloudy.
No. It's a fart cloud.
No.
And I can fire. I can fire without my gun.
Wait.
Die.
Bring down that
boy. Next season, Inquisitive boys, revamped, repurposed.
Cheesy Dorito.
Oh god, look at all the Cheeto dust on him.
Wow.
When you're rapping, want to say something BR off stream? A little bit.
I used to be an
just chilling,
like you,
winding down.
Dude.
Sweat.
Dude.
Tired. What?
Dreading Lottie being shot. Dreading. That's gonna be awful.
Then be afraid.
First time injuries.
It'll be over quickly.
Dead. Ladia?
You can't dread that, you're just dead.
With a natural one, you died.
Yeah, do you ever show the detail on the face for this guy?
Oh god, yeah.
Oh god. I spent like an hour or two on this in Substance Painter. Wow.
That's disgusting. I love it.
Ooh.
That's so.
Do you see the metal stitches?
That man looks like his face is hamburger.
Metal
stitches. Yeah, stitches are right along there.
Ooh.
That's fucking
Looking at that,
I want to fight more.
Hey, man.
Goddammit.
Hey, Lottie.
Yeah, thank you.
Please. Please go away from me.
For something that was supposed to be like, yeah, a little bit of fighting, we did a lot of fighting. It was nice.
We didn't have to, but everybody seemed to enjoy it.
I tried to keep it spread out best I could and like make the engagements short-ish
Cornwall?
where I could.
Minigun them.
Cornwall. Oh God.
Cornwall's all bloody.
Cornwall, no.
His is refurbished.
Oh,
Look at his refurbished
no.
gun. It's polished and everything.
Look at that. Well, have some more gun assets. There you go.
I'll do it. Tell me I won't.
Do it. No, Reese.
You will.
There we go. There you go.
I said you will.
That's canon. Definitely happened.
You wouldn't kill a gun.
No, that's
He
a
wouldn't do
pistol.
it. He wouldn't. It's my major.
I mean,
He wouldn't do it, I'm telling you. She's too valuable to keep alive.
That's a +5 armor.
Natural one that goes off.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, there it is.
The big gun.
Hello.
Let me pay attention to that.
Lord is
You
here.
recognize a weapon like this?
Ooh.
Who used this?
Weighted blade.
Viper, weighted
did
blade.
use that?
I wonder where
Expert
it's
weighted
from.
blade user.
Oh, sorry.
Very fun.
No, you're not.
Well, that's
Trigger
not how I
discipline,
thought that
man.
was gonna go, Brunswick. Cord fucking kill me. I'm fucking dead.
Filthy Imperial.
That was a way. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wait, not actually. Like, I need him. Man.
Thank you for doing this tonight, Bronze. It was fine.
Let's do this more often, dude.
See, here's the thing, right? I need people to be transparent with me. Okay? Very important. Because I always have ideas like this that I want to do. Right? But then I hear people are tired, people don't want to do these things, or people are burned out on FT, and I don't know who's who or who feels that way. So I just don't do anything except on the allotted days that people voted for. Remember, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday only exist because I put a poll out in S1. People are like, yeah, Brunswick, because I did FT
Don't look at that.
once a week. I did it Tuesdays only. And every single week in S1 I heard, Brunswick, more. Brunswick, more. And I'm like, okay. I went to slaving away, which I'm fine with.
Well, personally, I'm extremely new to roleplay, and this is extremely fun, so I'm
Who are
always
you?
down for more.
Okay, pause. You're welcome.
Pause. Yeah.
Like, this is like I got VR
specifically for FT because I wanted to help and do NPC stuff and eventually do player character stuff if I'm allowed later down the line.
Again, I'm going to say this, okay, because I've heard that several times. I have no intention of expanding the player base. What I intend to do is give more autonomy to NPCs with guidance. Okay, so you know how I've played a lot of DM NPCs? What I want to do is make NPCs those DM NPCs and give them guidance on what it is that they should do. So I don't have to, number one, be everywhere at once, and number two, you get to build your own character. So, yeah.
What was that word?
That's awesome.
My thing is, Bruns, is weekends. Weekends I can do weekends because I mean, you know,
I might.
Weekdays are not good for me.
Here and there on weekends, I'll run
well,
scenarios.
I mean,
all through. Again, a lot of people forget. All through the break, I plan to do scenarios, or I plan to revisit
Workshop
things.
scenarios.
Plan to do workshops. Right now, if you've watched my streams, you look at my DMs on Discord. I've got like 40 plus waiting. I haven't answered yet. These are all people who want to be NPCs, and I'm waiting till the season's over. 2 more episodes. I'm not ignoring anyone. And then the first thing I do after I accept them is I'm going to run fucking workshops. I'm going to need all my veteran NPCs to assist in teaching this massive new wave of the way we do things.
Oh, God. All right, break out the whip.
Because I look forward to...
From behind.
The issue being... Fuck, man, I'm sorry. The slots are full. We'll psych you in tomorrow.
I'm sorry. We have too many people on map.
I would cry, being like, "Get out my shit ready," and then it's like, dude, I'm sorry, man. We're all full.
What's like the how big can it get? 80 people?
80. 80.
I think it's 80.
Wouldn't even want 80 because it has that amount of lag. So like maybe 65, 70, maybe.
But that would be
I wouldn't
nice,
get past
though.
that. Yeah. Well, think of it this way.
It would be nice to have, like, you know.
Think of the fighting we've done, and it's looked big, and it's usually like 12 on 12. Imagine if it was 30 versus 30.
Oh, yeah, God. Oh, God, yeah.
Fucking unbelievable.
Oh, God.
They'd be like, 10 of you go in this section of wall, 10 of you go in this section of wall, 10 of you go down the center. Fuck shit up, fam.
Yep.
Just imagine a 30 man wide shield wall.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Step.
That would be sick. No, I love these little scenarios. I'd rather be doing this than sitting in some rando's world or some shit.
Good. Then I'll start
Conjure a
revisiting
conversation
those.
out of my ass.
I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally
If it's
fine
more on
with
the
that.
weekends, I'm more available.
I will try and do them sometimes on Saturday.
I know.
5 hours.
Yeah, I understand.
It's combat. Like,
But, I mean, you know what I'm going through, so.
Yeah, 100% I do.
Imperial City.
Imperial City.
FT next week. I would try to be here for FT, but I've got Taser and OC fucking shit I've got to do, so
totally
I might be out of commission.
understandable, yeah.
See, also that's another thing. If we had enough people, excuse me, just because we could. I mean, something very simple. I have Dawnmire as a map. We've used it. It could be the day that Ladia left. You know what I mean? And the shit that happened there when the Imperials took over.
Ooh.
Or,
I did come from Dawnmire. I stopped there.
Yeah.
Brothers.
One day.
Brothers.
Just for you. Just for you. One day.
Oh no.
We will do a scenario where I don't even remember who the original Barrel Brothers were. It was me, Urif, and who else?
Was it Stursh?
Was it Stursh?
Solus.
No,
I think it was
no.
Dursh.
Me and friends were Jasper and Quigley. Jasper.
No, that's right.
Wait, what is it, Quigley?
Sword.
You can't have a sword. You're too fat to swing one.
But I want a sword.
You're
We've
just
got matches lately.
you're just saying that because you're hungry.
No, because I've
got earrings. You've got a nose ring.
I've got a hoop.
Oh,
I'm so hungry, Jasper.
A nose hoop.
I'm so hungry. We drag our cart to Fairhowl both ways. No horse.
Frodo, run, Frodo! They killed Merry and Pippin, and now they're gonna kill me. It's actually an excerpt from when I played Lord of the Rings Legos on stream.
Oh God!
They're gonna kill me.
Some of you saw that shit. Fucking stupid.
Once.
Was that when you were climbing?
No, it was a shitty scene where you're running from the fucking Lego Nazgul, and you're running in like a straight line, and the camera's in front of you, and they're behind you, gaining on you.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Every time you hit an obstacle, they get closer. I was hitting everything, and then I got killed.
Mr. Frodo.
Mr. Frodo.
You know what's great about all the Lego games? It's a game you can't lose.
I hate that.
There's no semblance of losing. You
I
just
hate it.
respawn. You lose studs. You lose studs.
Dude, I
That's
want
it,
an
but you never
actual
truly lose the
survival builder game. I've been looking for one. I want an actual survivor builder game where the shit you build actually comes under attack by large amounts of AI. So there's actually a threat. But the AI is competent, not stupid. It's not Rust.
Yeah.
Zerg China groups, dude. You have no idea. That was my experience on Rusk. Zerg.
Oh, 7 days to
Zerg
die, the
groups.
AI is a little bit incompetent.
30 people.
It's terrible.
Alright, this 30.
It's also been in alpha, not even beta,
Command
alpha
and
for 8
Conquer.
years. That's not a survivor
Has it
builder.
been 8?
It's an RTS.
Has it been 8? Well, it's been 8 years.
It's been 8 years.
Jesus.
Yeah, I got it when it first came out. I was still in the service then, dude. I literally had a shitty little laptop. I had an Asus. I was like, 7 days to die? This looks so cool. What's early access?
The fuck are you doing, Aldo?
I'm hopping around.
Is that actually Don't Mind Me?
Yes.
Don't mind me. You're here.
A bunch of people came here later on. Were you just here to watch, or?
Oh no, I was watching for a bit, then I hopped in when it ended.
You could have hopped in the middle. You've been welcome.
I hopped out of ND because my back was killing me.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Don't worry.
I will consider doing stuff on Saturday if people want. So when I wake up
we
tomorrow,
can literally just fight, and I would be okay with it.
well,
You don't
see,
even have to tell
I
the
wrote
story.
down some scenarios, right? So obviously different things that involve the Inquisitors and the Empire, which is easy to do because a lot of times they went to where the players went right after or during or just missed them. So those can easily be reenacted from the other side with plenty of random shit thrown in. What else? Something that personally I wanted to do today, but we can do next time, is the fucking like crazy survivalists that live at Gruster's Folly in Badaria.
Yeah.
Like the fucking 20 or
Deal
so
with the
like
orc?
community there that live in a walled-in settlement that's really small with orcs nearby. Just, you know, a day-to-day thing. With a couple like
Yes.
hoops thrown in there.
I want that so bad.
Some stuff that covers some reoccurring characters. It could even be, what the fuck is that map?
Which describe it?
I'm trying to remember. Brain melty. I forgot what I was
Could do
gonna say.
Ambershire or Oakenbrook.
Ambershire or Fairhollow.
Those are kind of big. Those are big.
Yeah, we need a lot of people
like
for
a
that.
whole fucking
Linwood?
day thing.
I mean, I plan on
Thinking of Linwood?
I've been planning on continuing Linwood over the break.
Yay, Linwood.
Where? Mossley? No, not Mossley.
Never Mossley.
I'm trying to think of all the maps. never.
The reason why I don't want to do Mossley is when we did that, there was no like way to do decent ambience yet. So it's kind of like a shader that makes it so dark, and it's like kind of overly dark, so all light is muted. So even when you have a torch, it's like dark. And I just didn't like that. So
Where else? What other maps have we done?
Well, let's see. See, S1 was Ellery, Mossley, Guster's Folly.
We never did.
We could do Hayloft, like the aftermath of Hayloft and what they're doing up there.
that's something that I considered.
No.
Yeah, could do that.
I'm surprised we never did Silver Reach.
Yeah.
Signy busy right now.
There's no reason to.
Or we could do,
Oh, that was the other one, Orland
doing
Manor.
something.
That map was only used once.
Orland Manor, yeah.
It would show some backstory with the Orland family, with a skull informant. Of course, the Viper was involved, so that'd be cool.
we could do, Yursa's old husband when he lost the clan.
Oh,
That is true.
To,
Jesus.
That's true.
Use that. It's like, well, there goes the duel.
L.
Lots of potential.
Get a lot of potential.
We have a whole.
We could also do, if you're interested in it, fucking Giwen, like old Giwen before the fall.
That's been suggested to me so many times, and I would do it, but again, that would be a major episode. It would need bodies. It would need its own maps, and all the players who would have been involved need outfit changes. So it's a lot of work, both personal and public.
Let's see.
Well,
Yeah, it's long.
who's got $50?
Pirate bottle.
I do.
Here, give
I've got a
$50
phone.
right now to go
Give
off.
$50 to that man. He'll do it right now. All right, I'll give you $50. What's your PayPal?
Start paying up.
Oh shit! We can do it right now.
Whoa, wait, Kewen had a great idea. Day in the life of
Pay him
Harilla
anyway,
Moestafe.
because you're not doing my I buy this man food.
Harillamo.
I will buy you food. Nice. I'm gonna.
Alright, we're going to Eshmathalos now.
You don't have a Chipotle place, so that's
I do have a Chipotle.
You even do a group trying to get the
Harillamo.
idea.
Okay.
It's in the caravan.
Harillamo and the search for mustache land.
Go the other way.
You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, I said I was gonna get Chipotle, so I got Chipotle.
Yeah, don't
Oh.
worry about that.
I see.
You'll get to see that soon enough.
Pirate music playing.
After Petticoat Ladia, I will buy you.
What are you looking
Oh.
at? What is everyone looking at me for?
Clock!
I look over to the side and I just see
Make
him.
things!
I'm like,
Don't just flex, make
Clock,
things.
back to the
salt mine.
Do things.
You're only able to enjoy your looks because I keep you busy in the mines. If you don't keep working, you're gonna lose all that.
Jesus.
Back in the mine. Back into the mines.
Into the mines we go.
No. Clock, please.
To the mines.
Clock.
No, clock. What was your guys' highlight from last night's session?
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man.
The siege
Oh,
overall.
the
That's one way to go.
Brunswick.
This session that we did today?
No.
What?
Oh,
No,
God.
the one last
The main
Oh,
episode.
just pass that. Thank you. Just,
Last 20 minutes going insane for me.
finally sleep.
Well shot.
Hell yeah.
My
I'm
PTSD
gonna go to bed.
dreamscape is
Thank you for
great.
doing this tonight, Bruns.
Absolutely, dude. It was great having you here. I missed you.
You almost died.
Yeah, I know. I miss
crowd
being
said,
here as
"Fuck
well.
you,
But
there's the man."
the but we both know how it works.
The crowd dragged you from death.
Can you not show me this amateur?
I'd be more available on weekends. I should just say that.
It's making me
Clock, how much
sad.
money do you need for more models?
Perhaps.
Bye, guys. It was fun. Good night.
If we can convince,
Good night, buddy.
perhaps if we can convince the Ruffle Lord to make him
You've already
up,
done enough, Rogon.
perhaps
I'll do more.
a scenario with a
Tell
much
Buffalo.
younger lion meeting the warden in battle.
Oh god, the Unity War.
Nice.
Yo.
Good night, guys.
Sick.
I'll
Good night,
be there
Dersh.
as Amelia,
Have a good night, Dash.
protecting the king.
Young A-list.
That's my job.
Well, I'd
That's
like
what
to
I
go to the
do.
front with Captain
Unifying.
Lauer.
Looked
Oh,
great.
wait.
He loved it, and he looked great. I don't know if it was intentional, but he looked so much older. Not from age, yeah. Not from age, but his face looks much more stern, much more taut. Even though, people have been like, haha,
Drawn.
goofy face. But he looks very tired, and I like that. Because when we met him in S1, he was very, obviously the face is a little funny in its proportions. But, he was a lot lighter-hearted. But when he showed up like this,
Dude, look at that.
I was like, fuck, dude.
Look at that fucking
Let's-
sniffer on that
We're
bad
like-
boy.
We were like, what happened to you, Rallert? Because he'd been in
Where do we
Bedaria.
go when it all comes down?
Yeah.
Shit went down.
It changes people.
The dollar changes everyone.
But here's a chance if anyone wants to get like a close look at it. It's got the cape and everything on him.
Oh, that cape when he tries to fight, it gets stuck on his front.
I know. I know. I'm fixing that. It's the colliders with it. If you run, sometimes the cape will flip over the front.
Oh god.
No, it's meant to be like. See, you got boobs, bro.
So I'm gonna. It's fixed.
When Soma said his prayer, he says prayer over Osgood, I rolled for it. That was fun.
Wait, what?
Got a 19.
You got a 19. 1 point off.
What was the prayer?
What would it happen if he got a 20?
Let me deafen my stream. I am now undeafening. But, yeah, no. It's not only that, it's just... Mirandel had found out some things about Osgood. He was the only one to actually make Osgood angry. Because he kept prying about a particular person. And it got to the point where he fucking blew up on him and slammed his fist into the desk.
Yeah.
And then had to walk away, and the warden had to come talk sense into him, and then he came back. But yeah, even Trent said it. He was like, don't bring that name up. It was the only closest thing he got to happiness. I was like, it's fucked.
Oh, shit. Just rub it in.
Yeah.
Names have power.
Where's
Be careful
your
how you
Osgood
use
at?
them.
Where's your Osgood at? Where's your
It hurts
Osgood at?
when characters die.
6 feet under.
But because of the way that FT is, there's still branches from those characters that other people know or will come across or will learn that might change other people. That might change other people.
Perhaps another line will come up through the ranks.
Don't worry, Lottie. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, Terrence, it could be you.
All of a sudden, I'll just show up and I have like a lion face mask and helmet. Just like
We'll see if you survive.
We'll see.
The bull, the lion.
It was not exactly a pre-planned death. It was planned for the episode, but there were a couple of things that had happened prior to this that led up to him making that decision. That's just how I chose to portray it. And we get really lucky sometimes. People are like, oh god, I'm so sad so-and-so died. But there's a lot of things in place to ensure that players and NPCs survive. A little bit more probably than they should, but it's in place because we rather tell stories than kill people. So honestly, rather than risk that, I'm like, the criteria was met, the choices have been made. Yeah, this is a stopping point. The Legion's here. Osgood would never sit inside while his captains were struggling to hold the line and evacuate civilians. And for all the reputation that Osgood had, it's fitting that he would die for a bunch of filthy fucking peasants that don't even probably know who he is or care who he is. So,
a lot of them probably didn't like you anyway.
Yeah, a lot of them probably didn't.
What the fuck?
You made a lot of the peasants into conscripts for Oakenbrook. Like,
yeah,
they probably held something.
Well, not only that, but also like all the shit in the poor
That's
quarter.
why. That's why Osgood said to the captains and to the officers in there, "You all have a brotherhood and sisterhood in burden. You will all have to make choices that everyone else will damn you for. You will have the responsibility to choose who dies and where for the betterment of others. And though you have to be able to rest your head at night and tell yourself you're doing it for the right reasons, you are still doing it, and that will weigh heavy on you, and people will hate you for it." And that's why his last prayer before he died is, "Please let the sins of these actions pass with me." Because he wanted his captains and his officers to be free of the choices that were made that made so many people discontent and hateful. So everybody that knew him would be heartbroken. The line is dead. And that hurt. But for a lot of the common folk who didn't know him, good, fuck him. Because they don't know. But with his passing, to them there's hope for change. Because everything your subordinates do reflect upon you. It's a real life thing, it's a fantasy thing. So with the passing of the lion was the passing of the sins. Everybody's wiped clean. What happens from that point on is his legacy.
For better or for worse.
The character once.
Hell yeah.
And that is why I ask you, Do you regret what you've done?
Doors.
Then swear me an oath. Survive. Live through all of this. Shed your armor like sins. Throw it off. Renounce your title as a knight. Start somewhere anew. The Lord Commander will be your only way out. He can help you. Rule of favor with the king. Promise you will do this. And he promised. Dario promised him.
Fun fact about a little bit of my DMs with Brunswick.
I already
like
showed
a good
him.
chunk of it's about Dario.
I showed him. I showed him especially
Just
that
not to
part.
toot your own horn. No, yeah, okay, yeah. A good part of it is just it's that. I really want to see Dario redeemed. It's like a good NPC.
That's the thing, though. He'll never be redeemed to himself. Leaving and starting anew is because people will never forgive him. That's just how it is. And they shouldn't.
Yeah.
You have taken something from them they can never get back. You shed your armor. You leave the sin behind. You leave the horns behind. No one ever knows what happened to the bull. No one knows what ever happened to the butcher. He was there during the siege. Smoke cleared. Nobody saw him die. Nobody knows where he went.
Cannonballs do be strong. Yeah, sometimes you just get hit. You're pink mist.
Sometimes shit
on the wind.
happens.
If you're going to do that, make sure you die at Oakenbrook, Mr. Baylor.
You've been relieved of conscript duty.
With a cannon blast and bricks flying everywhere.
I doubt a body would be found anyway.
And it worked
Nothing
perfectly.
Until it didn't.
Everyone thought he
Nothing
was
but
dead.
a
No,
Iron Wolf's banner remaining.
he made the perfect escape. Everyone that needed to know knew he was alive the day after when they came back from Oakenbrook, which was like 4 different people until the very end. None of that Adwick.
There is someone who knew.
I thought the commander found out.
Petrus knew because Petrus was like a father to Baylor. So
The
Petrus, in a
commander
way,
was told?
kind of knew.
He was told?
Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, he found out.
He was told to look the other way. It's not important matters right now. Okay.
So since I haven't been here since the beginning, what do you guys think was the saddest player character death?
Maya.
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 Maya. Don't
I
even
disagree.
know who that is.
I know.
Mize was sad because of who they were and their innocence. And it's akin to a child dying. Their character was a hobbit. They were very childlike, very innocent, and that hurts. But their death wasn't painful for them. To the very end, they were a hobbit, and they were more concerned about everyone looking sad around them. And they passed peacefully. They were upset about both Genevieve and Rascal, and they understood the concept of death. And she knew they had died, but she was dying too, and she was told by so many people that that's not the end. What made her sad is leaving her friends behind, but there were others that were still waiting for her. So in her mind, because we all know death always comes, eventually she'll see them all again. So regardless of the truth, what was real, what was not, when Maya died, the pain was everyone else's. But Maya died peacefully. We have many other characters who did not get that. We have many other characters. And yes, I will sound biased. I don't think that I am. Because you've heard me, especially when I narrate, I get very sad about all my characters and NPCs dying. But to me, Morgrim's will always hurt the most because he didn't get to talk. He didn't get to give closure. He didn't get to say anything. He bled out face down in seconds. 1 second he was there, and the next he was gone. There was no closure.
Yeah.
There was no last words. There was nothing. 1 second he was watching Arn's back, and the next he took a blow for him. He went down there injured. Morgrim was injured. But he refused to let Arn get dragged down on one of these expeditions for Falgrith without somebody purely there to watch Arn's back. Because the backstory there was Arn saved Morgrim's life. Morgrim was destitute and had his whole convoy of dwarves hit by orcs south of Ledford. And in a show of good faith, Arn took him in. And then when he found out he was a smith, he hired him instantly. And even though he smithed far better than Arn, he always called him Forge Master. Always gave him respect. Always tried to help him. Do you know when Arn was incarcerated beneath the castle and Morgrim found out? He spent 4 in-character days trying to tunnel from the caves underneath the castle to reach where he thought Arn was. All the dwarves were helping him do this. There is so much that character did. There was such a bond there. Obviously, I know more about it because I was involved in it, just like some people were closer with Maya. But my point is, there were no final words. There was no reassurance. Not even an I love you. Gone. And that fucking hurts. And to
Another
just
sad one was
put the cherry on top of it all, his body was left behind. The next kick in the teeth was all the dwarves that knew Morgrim also knew Arn. They knew how Morgrim spoke of him, and he lost every single dwarf friend he made in Ledford. One of them, an old slayer, clashed with Victor, of all people, so he could get his skull back, and took a blow that was meant for Arn, and he fucking died. And the other dwarves helped Arn when they went underground to try and protect both the Dryad and Nicholas, and they died.
And Nicholas was...
And Nicholas got left behind, didn't he?
In the dark,
Arn has a
and
curse.
he had
In
no
the
one.
dark. Nicholas's is actually pretty bad. That
Yeah,
might be up there,
Nicholas
too.
left in the dark, no one around.
The only reason why I purposely played Arn the way I have in Adwick is because he truly believes any dwarf he befriends dies. So he's been very careful, staying 1 arm's distance with Morden, and he's giving up with Skorgrim because how can you not be friends with somebody who's works with you every single day of your life? You know, he's been cordial with Aldo, but he's legit being friends with the dwarf folk because he's seen how loyal they are. That scene always wrenched me when I spoke to both you and OSL's dwarf after I told you guys that Morgrim was dead, and they saw how shattered Arn was. And it was your dwarf who had said that Mithrax can't have you, you're one of us now. And I was like,
Yep.
But any dwarf that accepted
Yeah, no,
him,
no.
any dwarf that accepted him died. So no one will know.
Hell.
But you'll
my
know.
dwarf and fucking
Arn will
bricks
know
were
at the
asked
very
by
end.
Arn
He'll be
and
welcomed
Baylor
into
for
the drinking halls.
Daria.
Oh, yeah. You made it out, at least.
I might as well say that
I
on
made it
stream
out by
because everybody
dying in the
knows
mines.
it. Everybody knows it, and everybody here knows it. Over the break, that mission with Morden, with all the dwarves and the volunteers with Arn, will be going back for Morgrim's body. That will be on the screen, and that will happen.
If you don't die.
Between sessions, or between season. So
let's not die.
That's
Just straight skeletons.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the bad vibes out, guys, but what's the most coolest moment in FT?
Ooh, there's so fucking many.
Most
powerful
death
in FT?
and Brunswick
Most powerful and coolest death, I think, ever.
Who?
You and Gigabits fighting each other is always my
we have
favorite
fun.
duels.
We have fun with those.
Yeah.
I like fighting Giga. I like fighting Tosha. I like fighting Yerv. I like fighting all y'all. You guys all do great. You've listened to the workshops. You portray it so well. You throw yourselves into it. I love it.
Naomi?
I like
Oh my
dying.
god, it's Naomi.
I want to die the coolest death. That's my goal.
It's Jensen.
Jensen? Jensen?
Jensen, what was
Jensen
this?
should have died. I'm
Jensen,
sorry, Jensen. You should have died.
Wadwick. When you really think of how many racial pacts and just bonds we've created with all the characters, just through dialogue alone. In some actions, we got Arn with the dwarves, accepted into their brotherly company because of what he did for Morgrim. You have Baylor and Yrsa North. Dude's going to fight the King of the North, and try and obtain his crown, and he's got friends here that nurtured him to put him on the right path. He quit alcohol because of what was it? Fucking Mountainman's character. I'm being fucking dumb.
Nicholas.
Nicholas. He quit because Nicholas is like, you're gonna kill yourself, dude. You need to stop. So he did. He quit, and that made his detriment worse, but he did it. He didn't care. So he has good
Every single character
with
is
those
such
kinds of
good
people, with
crisscrosses.
dwarves no less. I know. And then you have Knights of Gillen and whatnot when reclaim their throne. They have lost people, lost remnants of their company that were left behind that are slowly finding their way back. Conscripts no less. You know, lots of connections. And then we have Grotting connections. Oh, little did you know, Narsh is now on Gradia. That's a good connection to have later in the seasons. We'll see.
Friends to the Force folk.
Cornwall.
Yeah.
Cornwall?
Yeah.
Faye has a strong connection with Cornwall. He literally gave her, a lot of people still don't know, he gave her, it looked like a little obsidian necklace of sorts that had a skull and crossed daggers on the very top, not behind it. It seemed to be made of bone. And she said, he said to her, like, if you ever need a place to hide, or if you ever need to travel, or a place to be, he gave her a name and said, show this to them, and you'll have a place on that ship. And a lot of people at that point were like, wait, what?
Huh?
I always enjoy that. She's one of those characters.
I was watching the stream when you did that.
He's one of those characters people are like, haha, Cornwall, funny. Every single character I've made has a reason or a purpose.
That was the one character I actually wanted to get to know as Lonnie. Never got the chance. I really wanted to get to know
Cornwall,
him.
no, it's funny. Cornwall was always a funny character to me, but there was moments where Cornwall was just downright serious, intimidating, and terrifying when he wanted to be. He put on the
No one
face.
respected what he did.
It's not even so much they put on a face. He said something very important when Loretta asked him advice. She kind of wrote off. Gambit didn't, but Loretta did. And that was, when you spend so much time doing the wrong thing or doing things in a way that isn't exactly the best, the rest of your life you kind of want to spend it as comfortably as possible. Or perhaps I just drink so I don't remember. That's what he said. And it was kind of just passed by. So, and then people find out, like, wait, Cornwall? Cornwall's a lord? You mean the pirate lord, Cornwall? Yeah, I mean, the Iron Wolf? That's great.
The Iron Wolf.
I mean, that finally spilled when Gwen was taken from him. One of his most loyal wolves. He fucking red weddinged that whole noble family. Let me show you why they call me the Iron Wolf. Wolves do it. They just step forward and slit their throats.
Yep.
Beautiful.
It was a badass moment.
And Tank was there too. He was
Oh yeah, Tang.
Oh yeah, Tang.
Tang will always be a wolf at heart, even if the wolves are no longer here.
They'll be seen in S3.
Yeah, if the world doesn't end. So, we just gotta make sure we don't nuke the other half of the world.
Just don't.
Just make sure you
stop
nuke
with
the
magic.
right side of it. I just hope we don't roll.
The right side. My right or your left? Fulgurith, my right or your left? Which one is it? Choose. And
The whole thing with the Red Lady and Byron Gamble.
Flipping a coin.
That's going to be a constant thing going on.
2 days. Tuesday and Thursday.
2 days.
That's it.
That's it.
2 more days.
Season 2 is over.
That's it.
Only 2 more days to hold the walls. Oddly reminiscent of the stories from Ledford, isn't it? Very similar.
Hold for 3 days for Keen Alis.
Literally last year was season 1's finale.
1,000 men to
A
hold
year
the
later,
walls.
season 2.
We have 1,000.
Yes, now.
Ledford had what, 250? We can do better.
Sounds right.
We can go for 4 days.
And hold it
Brunswick, what's the most abstract,
Please no.
weirdest race that is in Fractured Throne?
What's the what?
Would it be Warforged? Most weird abstract race.
There's some weird ones.
Those haven't been found yet.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Season 3 pop?
There are other races. They're just not in the lore docs. And not playable either.
A reminder
Yeah.
that Ozera is the corner of landmass that we've seen so far.
There's more.
Yeah, there's a lot more for
It was said that there's more to the far east. Oh my God.
There's the mountains.
What do
that we
you
can't
think
see
the
above.
legions of the Imperium
You know,
are
Hayloft,
doing?
go
It's almost
further.
like they're a blockade to our continent, or at least our side.
You know, it's almost like the Empire has a lot more that they know about, but they're like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. We just don't see it.
We just don't see it.
That's why we keep saying the Empire are the good guys here. They just need more land and more bodies.
You know, I'm so used to this guy grimacing all the time that when it was ending, I had the much softer face on. It was much different.
Oh.
It was so weird seeing him that way. Still frowns.
You just want people to cry.
Hmm?
Like, fuck. Did you just want people to cry?
No.
Like, oh, I've never seen him with a sad face. And it's like,
I
oh,
hadn't.
fuck.
I never had a reason to.
It hurts.
He's a stoic character. I enjoyed him a lot.
Zeke? You're here too?
Oh my
All the FT folks are just filtering in, dude. I love it.
Just filtered in.
Yeah.
We run another session.
Session 2, let's go! Cards up, run it from the start.
Let's go to Adwick and just fight some more.
Is
I'm
this the
down.
couch scene?
Let's do that.
What?
3 a.m. right on
Glad
the
no
wall.
one heard me.
Fog.
Trapman, please.
Oh, we heard you.
Oh, I heard you.
I heard you.
Look, it's just nothing but our Arlandes. Okay, there's one there.
But fuck you, I'm the Imperial here.
It's
Fuck you, Major.
Fuck my major? Yeah.
Bring out the monster.
But yeah, now that there's
You're
more
probably the only
people
one
here,
that would work.
I'll reiterate that's something I really want to do at one point. Is parts of the Unification War and the Unifier King, and like I said before, when Osgood first met Trent in battle, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Building up to that, and that would be the end of that little
Clean-shaven
miniseries.
face, Osgood, dude, with his eye.
Clean shaven, with his eye, and long hair. Because that's how I always depicted him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like the long hair on the sides and the ponytail in the back kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the lion's mane.
Just like a full
The
head,
fucking lion's
has like a
mane.
lion's
The
mane.
mane of the lion.
I'm pretty sure Giga has already.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Giga already put his sword on the Warden's model. It's gonna be like a little dagger in his hands. It's great.
Yeah.
And when the Inquisitor comes back for the fight, Giga's just gonna go straight for him and be like, "You killed my brother."
Why would I
talk to
fight
Gambit,
that
Giga.
mass? Why would I fight that mass? I would take out my gun and shoot and flee. I'm faster. Fuck that guy.
Why would you?
I don't want to die.
You're not faster. That's what's scary.
Oh, I see.
We showed that off.
Larger legs.
Okay, so there was one scene that a lot of people didn't know about. It was late. It was evening in the scenario. And the Warden's brother, Renard, came down from the castle, came and got him and said, it's time to go on that hunt. Are you bringing that pup with you? And they were talking about Tang. And so Tang, the Warforged, that is faster than most of us and more stronger than most of us, was invited on the hunt for a couple of dangerous criminals that had killed a lot of travelers, and it happened to be that Bjorning champion from the fighting bits. So after the whole thing with the butcher went down, him and a couple others, fell out, lived in the woods, and just hit convoys of people as they went by. So it got so bad to the point they were like, all right, send out the hounds. Which was both Renard and Trent. But they took Tang with them. And Renard looked at Trent and he was like, you sure you can keep up? And Tang looked so confused because he's a Warforged.
He's like, of course I can keep up.
He started falling behind. Very little, but he did. And they ran full tilt. Because they don't ride horses. They run in full plate to wherever they're going. And they don't stop.
Dude, I'm gonna go General Radon in this
That's
shit.
Amelia's minor edge, you running in full plate and being able to show up to the battlefield ready to kick ass. That's great.
Yeah, Andre's in my chat. He said, I've seen those men run and it was so fucking scary. These are just...
Well, it's fine. I don't have to be quick on foot. I just need to be quick on the draw.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Hopefully it's enough.
Do you think that even 2 shots would be enough to bring one of those men down?
Not for that half-breed. Not for that mutant.
They are mutants.
They are the pure.
They're humans.
They're pure.
Just like they're
I know, they're
That's
humans,
amazing.
but there's mutants of this land. They're a different breed.
Fun
They're
fact, the
Americans,
audio when they
dude, they're
move
mutants.
is called He's Walking and He's Coming. That's what Giga called them. That's great.
Well, my walk animation is called I'm walking, running, now I'm leaving. That's what mine's called.
Oh, dude,
It goes
I'm so nervous for the next few days. Because what's going on, because the way I do things is I have to give equal time to all the NPCs I've played. So that means Quartermaster will be on the front lines, Renard will be on the front lines, Jarl will be on the front lines, Arn will be on the front lines.
killing them all
NPC
one by one.
Quartermaster's gonna be in the back, watching to see who gets their armor dented.
You know how a lot of people are like funny haha characters that you enjoy when they come around, but then when it comes time to get the business, they're unnaturally serious. Characters like the Quartermaster are like that, which is gonna be really sad when he bites the bucket, because we all know he will. So.
Don't worry.
He'll go out swearing.
I'll just pair him up with Mets. All right, we'll be fine. We got range. We
Well,
got
he'd just be too angry to die. Mace comes about to come down to him, kill him. He's like, "You've got to be fucking kidding!" Dead.
Just like that.
What do you think you were doing with that?
Hope
Who do you think has to fix that when you're done?
I'm gonna play him next session.
He just did to my pauldron.
He needs to die, dude. He's like the last messenger.
Giga, I can't wait.
His excuses. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping in the barracks. He's never sleeping. He's always writing missives. That's his job. He just uses that as an excuse.
Power supply.
And he gets reprimanded for it, but he doesn't care.
Will we ever see Father
He does his job.
very alive?
So
He's Godfrey's spy man.
you're asking that.
That's what he was doing.
I'm glad you asked that, because there's always a lot of people who are like, this and this going on, why didn't Falkner take care of it? He's super powerful. He's doing something. Every single day, every single moment, there is a particular thing that he has to do, because no one else can, and that's as far as I'm getting into that. He cannot pull away from it for very long.
Wow. What about Felix?
Felix is an alchemist.
The man's an alchemist.
That's what happened. What the fuck was
Like, he has fighting
I don't know.
capabilities, yes. But he's a man of, science and alchemy.
Yeah, he has ice bottles, fireballs.
He's the counterpart to
I wouldn't be
fucking
surprised he has lightning in that
Tosh's
ball.
Inquisitor, basically.
I wouldn't say so, no.
There are things Inquisitor Victor does not know, and he is not Roy Mustang. He can't click his fingers and make fire go boom. No. Victor has learned much. He's not very old, but he has learned much. But he is
Alchemist
not old.
duel.
Man.
He's not
The
a
alchemist
legend.
duels.
Legendary alchemist, master alchemist. Two very different things.
How has no one put it together yet?
Okay, let's be honest.
Not me.
Oh, I
Not me,
wonder
Brunswick.
what's
My theories are crack.
Not me. Crack theories. Let's go.
I'm just stupid, so.
Question I asked so long ago, and I'm like,
I'm just happy to be here.
What in particular? Right? Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Processing things.
Take her away from me.
Oh.
He's back. He fucking said he went.
Wow, that is actually. Wow.
He was looking through the Imperials. I'm like,
Really?
No.
Him?
Bastards.
We're Cypher.
Two of them broke off from the line and chased me.
Mithrax? Like, that's what they're behind. This whole unification thing, and that's how it relates back to him.
You're
his
coming
son.
to conclusions.
Really not much.
You're coming to absolute conclusions. I feel good when I tell Tosha something and they like go off the deep end in the wrong direction. It feels great. He always goes, "I got it," and tells me something that's way off the wall and makes no fucking sense.
I have crack. I have crack theories. That's what I have.
You got your
But it's
wall
gonna be really cool.
World War II everywhere. He's got that World War II German chocolate.
What?
The thing extra
Oh,
gave
you mean the cocoa extra gave me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks.
It's so funny.
Well, that gave me a boost in stats. It's holy.
Why
holy
was he
chocolate.
shaking? He got the amphetamine chocolate.
Commander, I
Wasn't
tried to
shaking,
die
doing
well.
something good.
Don't worry, I died for you.
No! Hooray! That makes me feel better. I threw a knife at Victor.
He's dead. He has to do more.
Unity. Unification. Unification of what?
I'm not ready to die well. This ass.
We die together.
I fear.
Unify this.
Together.
Can you imagine we both just...
Unify this.
Oh damn.
That's horrible. Just Victor and Oleander just both look at us.
Their fucking mentor's dead, dude.
So
It's
awful.
fucked. It hurts so much.
Yeah.
It's like fuck.
So,
This is ideal.
we will see what this unification is of, or what it truly meant in the coming days.
What are you?
Easy.
Neat.
Jensen
We need to live so we can take his lessons to others.
I have an oath I must fulfill.
Yes.
Skylord Gamer knows. He knows the truth.
Fear.
Knows exactly how I think.
For the air. I fear for the legacy of unity.
That's what he said in his final prayer.
That I noticed. That I heard.
What did you know, Osgood? Why did you tell Faye of
Listen,
all
no,
people?
since
Why did you tell Faye of all
Border.
people that the king never had a wife?
Oh.
I'm surprised it just never came up.
That was a question I asked as Amelia in season 1.
I asked so long
Because I didn't actually know, and I didn't get my answer.
What did you
So I
got
just
here? With a smile.
stayed out of it.
Most interesting.
Is that a hello? Something rat? I don't know what it is.
Fucking. I don't know what it is. Doesn't have a wife. Potential adopted son.
But adopted from where?
You got it,
That's the
Solus.
real question. Where
Yes.
did he find
No.
a son?
Despicable.
And here's the
Bad
thing.
idea.
The line of Hadrig bloodline could go for so fucking long.
I have a theory of who fucking Gavis really is, but I'm not sure.
That's.
And I don't want to say it because I don't want to feel stupid.
We need to have a Halloween episode.
That's
where
been a
people
theory
die.
for.
I can't believe A-list clapped some wood. Oh, that's what I just read. That is what I just
I just
read
tried
right
to
now.
find you, Shinny.
What?
Some of these things.
We join you.
You're supposed to be better than them. You're supposed to be better than them. Please.
I can't believe they did it.
Oh yes, Gavis, your true meaning.
Don't touch me.
Okay.
You want to go to prison? You want to go to jail? You want to go? Yeah, that's what I
As
thought.
much as I have no wish to stop, I'm gonna go visit Shinny. So I will see you guys later. I'll be in the Discord. I'm gonna watch that.
Okay.
Hold on.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll wait.
Give Shinny a big dick and smooch for me.
See you tomorrow, Tuesday.
I will see you. Today's Friday, right? Is today Friday?
Quintus coming back?
Spread. Hey,
I need to talk to him later.
spread the word for whoever wants to. Tonight I will run another scenario. Okay?
Let's go.
D&D.
Come back,
Quintus.
Become my servant.
I need to talk to him.
Good.
Yeah. I mean,
Good. Very good.
Soda.
I'm sorry.
We could get sun.
I'm so sorry.
Hold the line, you're. We could.
Yeah, we could.
No.
Hey, we
Get
could.
the assets.
All right,
We need to
chat.
pay for it. I'll pay for it.
You see, just tear
What the
just tear
fuck?
Silvermoon. Just tear Silvermoon
Hello,
out of
how are you?
WoW
Yeah.
and slap it in. Oh my god, a turn!
The little fucking rat.
Bye.
What the
Bye,
fuck?
chat.
Bye.
Bye bye. Oh my god, she's
Hello.
she's like my
Oh
size.
god, they're the same height. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, I'm shorter than you.